The moment in your life when it's time to awaken. You stumbled upon the cottage, no mistaken. Divinely orchestrated. Meet Auntie Karen, who knows where you've been searching for that clarity in this moment in life. When you're feeling so alone, Karen's Cottage is here to be a second home. We all have a common bond. Auntie Karen, the responsibility she's been given, that's what comes with psychic ability. You have to deliver in truth and humility. She's tapped into the divine. She knows that every person is here by universal design. When you hear that southern accent as she says, come on in, she's ready to begin. The duality of the Gemini personality is absolutely a reality. Don't let the sparkle in her eyes be misleading. That she will spring into action if you want a reaction. Not even a fraction of what she's got to unleash. Suggest you respect with the rest. This is her space. Don't forget about her twin who's not afraid to catch a case. If you get in her face, this is the cottage, come on in. Now your journey can begin here at the cottage, come on in. Welcome to the cottage, welcome to the cottage. Come on in as your...
Hey y'all, how you doing? Hey Lauren, Blondie, Scavenger, what's up everybody? Hey Suzanne, I read your information, so I got the backstory on your situation. Oh, the song is one that was one of my now mods, and her screen name is Green Eyed Devil. She did that for me. She's done that for a couple of folks here and there. And so she did that for me. I didn't even know she was going to do it. It was like a huge surprise, and it made my day. And she, to me, really did good capturing, you know, all the nuances that we have here, right? She did, didn't she, Lauren? She did. So let's see. Hey, Lily, what's up with you? Hey, Oksana, how you doing? All right, let's see here. Millie Cruz, how you been? Good to see you. Scavenger Hawks. I saw where you had asked about an order, but I don't know how to check it under your screen name. You're going to have to tell me at least a first name, and I can check for you and see if I see something under your name. Hey, Selena, Gina, Cola, Blair. What's up? She did, didn't she, Untold Truth? She did a great job. She's done several, I think, for different channels. And I really, I was so touched when she did that. And to me, she did a great job of capturing Julia. I did not see anything come through, but when did you order it, Scavenger? When did you order it? If you just ordered it, it sometimes takes a minute. There it is right there. I got you, Julia. You're after Nicole. It sure did come through. Let me update it real quick. Let me update the list for you, Love Bug. Which cards I'm using tonight, I think I am going to use my old standby, which is Gilded Tarot Royale. I use various decks, though, Oksana, but that is I've got a lot of them that I love, but that is probably my all-time overall, just my go-to. It's just my, you know, I just feel comfortable with that deck. I've been using it for years. Not the same deck, but that version of tarot. Right. Well, thank you, Untold Truth. I appreciate that feedback. It is a good deck. This is it right here. This is it right here. And Sarah Marchetti, who is my favorite tarot artist, did a joint thing with my other favorite, Barbara Moore, and this is the result. And it's a fantastic deck. And it just reads well. It just reads well. I just can't explain. It just reads well. It's really good. All right. That being said, let's get started. Let me do my sound bowl, and we'll clear some energy real quick, and then we'll get started reading for everybody. There we go. There we go. Oksana, it is on, if you look in my description under my videos, you'll see my wish list for Amazon, and it's on there. It's one of the decks that's on there. You'll see it. So anyway, I've probably replaced the same deck probably 50 times or more easily because I like them before they wear out. So yeah, I keep that's on my standard order list at Amazon. All right, let's go to Gina. Gina emailed me her question. Let me find it. I know I got it because I saw it. Let's see here. And I will get it. Okay, I got it. All right, here we go. What, Lily? Wow, what? Wow, what? So, but yeah, I buy decks all the time. But sometimes people are kind and send me decks, which means a lot too. But oh, hey, Miss Gina, what's up? That's right, I saw you a while ago. My brain. All right, Miss Gina. Oh, Miss the Cancer. Oh, Miss the Cancer. Oh, Lord, yeah. I've probably got 30 different decks of tarot decks and 30 or so oracle decks over here. And yeah, oh, that sounds good. Sitting on the porch. I love that. All right, let's find out about old Miss the Cancer. You had asked me, why did he swipe to unmatch? What the hell? Good Lord. Why did old Miss do that? Old Miss the Cancer. Why did old Miss the Cancer do that? Why did old Miss the Cancer do that? I love how you have nicknames for these folks. Old Miss the Cancer. Old Miss the Cancer. What was he thinking? Why did he do that? Why did he do that with Gina? Why did he do that? Why did he do that? Why did he do that? That is kind of crazy, though. I want to know too, Gina. They like, what? Why did he do that? What can you tell me about that? He's known you for a long time, Gina? I don't blame him. I remember that now. I knew there was an old Miss that had been in the picture. I couldn't remember. The one I definitely remember the most is coal miner. You know. But anyway, Two of Swords. Devil in reverse. Chariot. You know, it's almost like there is something about your energy that overwhelms him. Oh, okay. This is crazy. And I did pick up that you guys do have a soul connection, Gina. And you know, we have more than one, but you and old Miss. But it's kind of interesting. Devil reversed. That makes, you know, it's kind of like avoiding temptation. And it's kind of like he was very tempted to move forward with you. Here's what's interesting. He's coming in as the King of Cups towards you. I'm not wondering if he doesn't have emotion for you. That Six of Cups showed up when I was shuffling. Three of Swords, King of Swords in reverse. He may feel, I almost wonder if he's trying a tit for tat thing. He may feel like you've got somebody else. And he kind of did this kind of as a little jab. He thinks you are dealing with that somebody else. And he did this like as a jab. I'm telling you. He feels like you may have misrepresented things to him or not told him about something. I don't know what that is. He's got deep emotion for you, though, Gina. He's got deep emotion for you. I'm going to tell you that right now, which is interesting. But he's tempted. And I don't know why he sees you as tempting and that be a bad thing. Why is that? I was honest with him for sure. Okay. 6 of Wands. He definitely was trying to get your attention. This was definitely something that was 3 of Cups. He does want you to chase him, Gina. He does. He absolutely does. Fucker. He wants you to chase him. Look at here. He wants you to chase him. Look at that attention whore right there. 6 of Wands. Look at here. He's wanting attention from you. He does want something with you. 3 of Cups is a reunion card, but we also have that 6 of Wands here. All right. That's the card about, attention and all that thing. Right. He's wanting you to chase him. I'll be honest with you. He's got to be in his bonnet about something toward you. I'm not sure what it is. But he's got to be in his bonnet. I'm not saying you did him wrong. I don't think you did, but he's got it in his mind that you did. All right. But also he does want to be chased. You want me to send him a dress? Sorry, Gina, I had to. Robert, how you been? I know I'm awful. I got you, Blair. I saw it come through, love. But Gina, I swear, this is one of those what in the cornbread. He's got it in his mind that you did something wrong, and he is wanting you to chase him, but this was also a jab at you. A man who's bald is too old for games. Last time we messaged with him, we were asking him if he wanted to keep chatting with him or leave. They can hold them grudges now for a while. He never answered. So I said, yeah. Oh, yeah, they'll pout and they'll hold grudges sometimes, right? Definitely. A man who's bald. Gina, I've got an ex cancer that was bald. And he did the same kind of crap. He's pouting because I didn't clamor at his. Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's what's wrong. That's why he's got to be in his bonnet. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hillbillies don't care about fancy cars. Well, nobody does with any depth. Fancy car's not going to keep you warm at night. I guess if you got in there and ran the heater, but come on now. You know what I'm saying, right? They're not good cuddle buddies. Bald cancers need to grow up, right? I know they do. Oh, God. That's what I think is up, though. That's what I think is up. I do think he wants to get together with you, though. At 3 o'clock, his ultimate goal is to reunite with you and to start something up again. Oh, well, that I saw that in that 3 of Cups. But that's just the way he's going about it is so freaking passive aggressive, right? Ain't that the truth, man? Them Scorpios, you don't fuck around with them. Right? That's what I got. That's what I got, Gina. I hope that helps you, love. I hope that gave you the clarity you were looking for. And we have Lauren up next. He can find out. Yeah, he'll find out. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you. I'm just saying. But let's get Lauren next. Jada, you crack me the hell up. All right, let me timestamp for you, Miss Lauren. And let's see what's going on here. Lauren. Okay, I've got your 2. Well, hey, Ruby Red. It's so good to see your smiling face. Let's do your 2 questions. 1, will there be a proposal? And then 2, by the end of the year. And 2, what's next for you guys? You do. I got you, love. Let's see what's next. Let's see about the proposal by the end of the year. Let's see what the energies look like for that, Lauren. What do the energies look like for a proposal from him by the end of this calendar year? How do the energies look for that, for a proposal, please? By the end of the year, do we see this offer coming from him toward Lauren? Do we see this offer coming from him toward Lauren, please? Do we see this offer coming toward him? Do we see this offer? Do we see this offer? Do we see this proposal coming between now and the end of the year? I need to shuffle again. Do we see a proposal coming from him between now and the end of the year? Knight of Wands, Three of Wands, Seven of Swords. There's definitely some forward movement, but it's not definitive. And I need to clarify that Knight of Wands. There's some sort of action being taken, but the Seven of Swords is bothersome to me. There's something that slows him down. Let's dig into this. Six of Swords. Six of Cups in reverse. Two of Wands. Damn. I'm going to tell you, he's on, it's really interesting because it's kind of like, he's got issues. He's got trust issues. That's why the Six of Cups is here in the reverse. He's got some baggage. I don't know if it's something that was between you guys in the past or in general. It could go back, but he's got some issues. He's got some baggage that he needs to work through. That's why the Six of Swords is here. All right. There's some things that's causing him to have hesitancy. All right. He knows he needs to make a decision, Two of Wands, but he just stands there and he looks at it. Right. His ex before COVID abandoned him. That's what's up. And he's not healed yet from that. And he needs to really work on that. And that's his issue. That's his issue. I think he fights with himself about this. He knows he needs to, and I think he wants to with the Two of Wands here in the upright. It's not like he doesn't know what he wants. I don't get an indecisive energy here as far as not knowing whether it's you or what he wants or anything like. There's no indecision here, Lauren. There's just such a fear and a trust, okay? Trust issue. He has a real hard time trusting. It's like he's got a natural suspicious nature, all right? So I don't see it. I'm going to be real with you. No, Page of Wands here in the reverse, Five of Cups in reverse. Can I tell you that what's crazy? Lauren, I don't know if you know this or not, but there's a big part of him that thinks about running. Yeah. Well, and I understand that he felt like he was being stupid, and it is illogical except for the fact that he's an avoidant. And an avoidant, that's why I'm seeing that pushing away. That's why I'm seeing him thinking about running. Whether you know it or not, he runs often. He still thinks about it. He still thinks about it. and it's kind of interesting because he came out as the Knight of Wands. That's not the most stable energy in the world. It's a little bit of like a bull in a china shop kind of thing. You come out of this thing as the Queen of Wands, which is really interesting because what that tells me, in his mind, he feels like you can do better and that he's not good enough for you. And he's a bit, maybe even a little bit intimidated. Definitely that inferiority complex that gives him that urge to run, that fear of abandonment and that sort of thing. And he feels like you've got it going on. The Queen of Wands is, oh, wow. Wow, after every level up. Damn. See, the Queen, he sees you as the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, everybody reads a little differently, and I know that. But the Queen of Wands, the way I see her, she's a level up. She's a level up from anything else that he's used to, right? She's got it going on. She doesn't want or need anybody. She's beautiful. She's fun. She's attractive. She has no time for bullshit, and everybody wants to be with her. And that's how he sees you. Okay. And all of that. And yes, more successful. Right. But he also just sees you all around as a better catch than him, a better catch, quite honestly. And yeah. And you're a level up, and that's what's here. I don't see a proposal coming, hon. I do not. I'm going to see what's next for you guys, but and there's really nothing you can do. And you probably know this, you've probably experienced this, but all the reassurance in the world is not going to give him the reassurance he needs. He's got to fix this on the inside. And until then, this is going to be an emotional roller coaster. And it's really funny that this would come out. I can speak from personal experience about this from the other side of the fence. I was in this energy for a long time, and I had to heal from this here. And, we push people away, we run. It's the last thing we want. But at the same time, it's just... it's an emotional roller coaster for the person on the other end of the treatment. I don't think in the moment the avoidant intends to hurt you, realizes how much it does hurt you, but it doesn't change things. Nonetheless, it puts you in a really painful dynamic. And that's what I've got. I'm going to see what you can expect next, because that, yeah. And here's what's interesting, Lauren. Sometimes avoidance, when they run, they'll go rebound and they'll literally marry and stay with someone else. And that really defies all logic. Unless you think about this, the person they run to and marry, they don't really love that way. And so there's no emotional vulnerability there. So if that person walks away from them, it doesn't hurt them. Does that make sense? Hey, Tanny. Oh, Tanisha, how are you? Good to see you. So yeah, it's interesting how all of that works. Let's see what is next for the two of you. That was your second question. Let's see here. What's next for y'all? Let's see what we've got here. Oh, thank you, Tanisha. How are you? Let's see what we got as far as what's next. What can you expect next out of this connection? What can you expect next out of this connection? What can you expect next out of this connection? Hey, Tanisha. Hang on just a second. What can you expect next out of this connection? Page of Wands in reverse. Star reversed. Ten of Cups. He's going to run. Eight of Wands in reverse. He's going to run. The love is there, but the runner... You need to repossess his sneakers. But no, seriously, you can't do that. But he's going to run again. That's what I see next. That's what I see next. He's going to disappear and maybe vanish with little to no communication. Does he love you? Yeah, that's coming in clear. 10 of Cups in the upright. That's the only thing that is in the upright is the emotion. No. Let me clear this up. Let me give you the order of the cards. Page of Wands in reverse, which is kind of no communication. Star reversed, unhealed wounds in the blues. 10 of Cups in the upright. Next card out, 8 of Wands in reverse. Again, no communication blocked. You know, Lauren, admitting you have a problem is huge, and he knows he has that problem, but he's got to take step 2, and that's do something about it. He's got to heal this, and until he does, he's going to keep doing this. And that's why the old saying, the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior, is almost always applicable. People can change, but it's rare. In order to really change our compulsions that lead to our behaviors, we have to go below the surface and do shadow work, because that's what drives our actions, right? And our choices and what we do. See, he doesn't even like that he does it. He doesn't want to do it. But until he does the work, he's going to be compelled to do it, even though that's not what he wants to do. That's what's up. That's what's up. But Tanisha, so these are paid readings, love bug. I did an all signs last night, and I did Sagittarius in that. You can see that if you want to, Tanisha, or if you have a question and you want to get on the list for a question, then you can do that as well. Yeah. But that's what I got, is he's got to actually do the work, and I don't see that now. Can the energies change? Of course they can. Can he decide to do the work? Yes, but I don't see him deciding. I don't see the energies right now lending themselves for him to actually go in and do the deep inner work. So that's what I got. That's what I got. And I hate it, but I got to be honest. You know me, I'm honest. I'm going to tell you what I see in those cards. Let's say Blair. Blair, you are after Julia. Well, Lisa, what's up, quack, quack? Okay, there you go. There you go. All right. Lisa, I hope you're doing good. Yeah. Yeah. That's the best thing. That's the best thing. Just let him run. I mean, dreams can mean so many different things, but I normally don't do dream interpretation work, but you can definitely do some inner work to figure out, because dreams are from the subconscious, or you can ask a specific question about it if you want to, Tanisha, if you would like to do that. But Suzanne, let's read for you. Here we go, Suzanne. Suzanne is next on the list. Suzanne is next on the list. And I saw your backstory, Suzanne. Oh, I got Julianne too. Your thing just came through. I'll update in just a minute, but I got your backstory. So there you are. Hey, Suzanne Lovebug. By the way, before I even read for you, Suzanne, I know I've been reading for you for a while often, and you've been following me for a while, Suzanne. So I kind of feel like you're one of mine. You know what I mean, Suzanne. And My heart breaks for you. My heart breaks for you. And I just wanted to tell you, I'm sorry that you're going through this stuff. Okay? All right. Let's read for you. You will. You will, and you'll come out stronger on the other side, but it's just going to be a tough time between now and then. But, you know, and yeah, everything will align the way it's supposed to. But, and you know, nobody can do the work to get you through this. But at the same time, you got cheerleaders here at the cottage that are cheering you on. I hope you know that. All right. Let's see what's going to happen between you and the Scorpio. Yeah. Oh, Tanisha, yes, I can read for you if you'll get on the list. I sure can, baby. I can just do a general message of what you need to know. But let's see what's going to happen next between you two, the two Scorpios. What's going to happen next for you two, Suzanne? You and the Scorpio. What's going to happen next for you? What's going to happen next between you and the Scorpio? What's going to happen next? But anyway, Tanisha, if you want me to read for you, I'll be glad to. You just get on the list by following the information pinned at the top of the chat or that's scrolling across the bottom. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got, Suzanne. Let's see what we got. What's happening next between Suzanne, the Scorpio, and the Scorpio she is dealing with? What do we see next between these two Scorpios? What do we see next between these two Scorpios? What do we see next between these two Scorpios? What do we see next between these two Scorpios? Strength. That's holding back. Oh, God. 3 of Swords. Page of Wands in reverse. I don't think y'all are going to make it. I don't think y'all are going to make it, Suzanne. You know, the Strength card is a card of somebody that holds back, usually holding back from commitment or communication or something of that nature. And, you know, again, we know the backstory there about promising to, you know, have a summer like so and then settle down after the summer. But the 3 of Swords is here. That's a heartbreak card. You may know that. I'll show you the card, Suzanne. It can mean third-party energy, but it's definitely heartbreak. And then this Page of Wands in reverse. Pages are usually communication. And when we have it in the reverse, sometimes that can mean going no contact. It can mean lies, something of that nature. And that sort of thing, Suzanne. I don't think this is going to happen for you. I don't think, even if you were to give to what he's asking, which I know this is your decision ultimately, but I can tell you that I was in actually, I've thought about this. I was in a situation, I don't know, I can't say it was identical to yours, but I was with someone that asked the same thing. And that was the beginning of the end. That was the beginning of the end for us. And, you know, to me, yeah, I just, if you need to go outside, then stay outside and don't come back in. You know, you guys have been dealing with each other for a while, and it's not like he doesn't know you, you know. And that need to go out and experience other people that's problematic. That's problematic. And there are, and you can even sometimes see this in the birth chart, there are certain placements in a birth chart that lend themselves to people that really can just, I won't say cannot be faithful, but it's harder. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. Well, he may actually want variety, but the problem is he'll continue to want variety until he figures out what the hell's going on with himself. Right. But you deserve, it's not like he doesn't know you. You've been dealing with the Scorpio for a bit. So screw that. You know what I'm saying? Screw that. But I don't get a good vibe off the cards. I mean, the cards talk about, I think what might happen is, I think even if you were to say you were to grant his wish, I think when it came down to the end of the summer, I still don't think he would settle down. That's what I'm kind of figuring out. He would hold back from it even then. Look, 5 of Pentacles. That's a card of leaving somebody out in the cold. That's what I got. You ain't lying, Miss Webb. I do feel protective of folks. I have to step back and say, my folks that follow me are grown adults. I can't tell them what to do, but I sure get aggravated when I see people doing them wrong. Doing y'all wrong. Right? I get feisty like that. My North Node is in Cancer, my Venus in Cancer, so I kind of get to be that protective auntie. But that's what I got, Suzanne. That's what I got. With that strength card, that holding back from, I think even when it came right down to it. And there is a possibility with that 3 of Swords that he would even get involved with somebody else. He'll still never be with me. Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got. And like I said, with that 3 of Swords, that's definitely a card of heartbreak, but it also can speak to third party. There is a possibility that he would end up with somebody that he messed with, getting involved with them and going off and being with them instead of you with that 3 of Swords. There is that possibility with that card. And you're right. I mean, ultimately, he doesn't know what he wants. If he knew what he wanted, right? But Trista is right. We need to be cheering you on and sending you big hugs. You definitely deserve it, Suzanne. You definitely deserve it. I'm sorry that you're going through this. There you go. But Suzanne, you have too much to offer. You have too much to offer. Well, okay. And I'm going to respond to that. She says, thank you. It's my own fault. I allowed it in so many times. I don't want you to beat yourself up about this. And good that you see that you are allowing this. Good, because you're seeing things and it's going to help you moving forward. But don't beat yourself up. You cannot change what you've already done. It's done. And you did it at the time. You thought it was the best thing, or you wouldn't have done it. Right? And we do I can go back and look at some of the stuff that I allowed people to do to me, Suzanne. It would, make your hair stand on end. I actually agreed to something like this. Okay. At least you're better off than I was at this point. When I was in your shoes, I agreed to it. My dumb ass agreed to it. I would have done anything. But And so definitely I could have kicked myself in the butt, but I have to look back and remember I did the best I knew to do with the tools I had in my toolbox to navigate life decisions. I didn't have the best tools then, but now I do because I've healed and I've learned. And so I don't want you to beat yourself up over this, Suzanne. I mean, good that you see that you are allowing it, because that shows you that you can be in control going forward of not allowing certain things to go on. So if that helps, I don't know if that's any consolation to you, but yeah, but you can't blame yourself. Just like Cola said, you cannot blame yourself. And but I know it's easy to do. We all have a tendency to do it, but at the same time, I just don't want to see you do that. You're not being fair to yourself. You got to show yourself a little grace, or a lot of grace, right? And let me add Julianne. She is after Blair. And we are on Maritza next. You're in Jamaica. We all need to get on a plane and go see Tanisha. We need to get on a plane and go see Tanisha in Jamaica. That would be fun. Of course, Suzanne. Of course. All right. Let's get to Maritza. Maritza? Let's go to Maritza. Maritza's question is, okay, so we've got two different folks that we are looking at, Noelle and Angelo. Who is more aligned with my highest good and future growth? So we're going to find out for you. Let's see what we've got. Let's get the energies of Noelle toward Maritza. Let's see here. Give me the energies of Noelle toward Maritza. Maritza? Noelle toward Maritza. Give me the energies here. Noelle toward Maritza. Let's look at the energies of Noelle first. Let's see here. Give me the energies of Noelle toward Maritza. Give me Noelle toward Maritza. Give me Noelle toward Maritza, please. Give me Noelle toward Maritza. Noelle toward Maritza. Noelle toward Maritza. Give me Noelle toward Maritza. Give me Noelle toward Maritza. High Priestess, Temperance, Seven of Cups. I don't ultimately know that this would go anywhere with Noelle. He may drag things out for commitment. Yeah, I've got two cards about just kind of dragging things out. The Temperance card, the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Cups speaks to non-committal, keeping your options open. That's what his energy is toward you. Non-committal, keeping your options open. The High Priestess here, he may not be forthcoming with you about something. Ultimately, I think he would likely withdraw. Likely he would withdraw. So that doesn't have a lot of potential. He is sexually attracted to you, but I think he would up and leave suddenly. Hangman in reverse. So let's look at the energies of Angelo towards you, Maritza. Let's see how Angelo is. Angelo toward Maritza. 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 Give me Angelo toward Maritza, please. Give me Angelo toward Maritza. Angelo toward Maritza. Angelo toward Maritza. Give me Angelo toward Maritza. Angelo toward Maritza. Knight of Cups, Three of Cups, King of Pentacles in the reverse. I think he is better, but I don't think he is mature either. I don't think he has maturity yet, and he may lack stability. I do think he's coming in a little more clearly, though. But let's see what we have. Let's see why this King of Pentacles is here in the reverse. I do see him being fun and spending time with you and courting you, asking you out, dating, and that sort of thing. But I don't know that there is something stable here. Eight of Swords, yeah. High Priestess. I think he would be a good time, but not a long time. I think ultimately, I think he's a little bit, his stability is questionable. And it almost looks like he gets scared and runs, is what I get. Eight of Swords, High Priestess. That's the instability. I do think he's well-intended, but I just think he lacks maturity. And I don't think either one of these really have staying power. Right? And, you know, it's interesting the way that you worded your question. Which one is more aligned with your highest good? And I want to talk about that a little bit, Maritza. They both are. And let me explain why. Every person that comes into our life that we have an attraction to is there to teach us something and show us something about ourselves. And both of these individuals kind of came out a little bit similarly. Angelo was a little bit better, but both of them, I showed them ultimately walking away from you. They're trying to show you that you are energetically aligned with people walking away from you. And you need to do some shadow work to look at what is causing you to subconsciously choose people that will walk away from you and to be attracted toward people. Your higher self is using these experiences to show you some things that need to be healed. So we are always exactly where we are supposed to be and with who we are supposed to be with to show us what we need to see in our journey. So there's that part. But energetically, the one that's a little bit better is Angelo, but I don't see either one of them being something that would last. All right, love. So I hope that gives you both the 3D and the 5D answer. Well, hello, Carson. So usually, and that's described on my website, it's all covered on my website, but usually there is a turnaround within a week on pre-recorded readings, Carson. But now, you know, I mean, I can do those during this live if you want. I can do your reading here instead of doing a pre-recorded. But I did see where you booked those. But just let me know. I'll do either way, Carson. I'll do either way, whichever you want. All right, let's see here. Oh, really? Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. In fact, what I'm going to do is, let's see, that was Maritza. I'm going to put you after Cola and before, well, let's see here. I'll tell you what, do you mind going after Julianne? Your ex-Benjamin and my career, please. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Oh, okay, I see your question, Cola. Let me do this. I'm going to put you after Cola. All right. And let me fix the list real quick. Let's see here. All right. Oh, well, thank you, Carson. All right, there we go. Now, Cola, how am I I need to learn to talk, don't I? All right, Cola says, how am I perceived at my weekly Wednesday group? How do I come off to the guys and girls there? All right, my love, let's see what we can find out, Cola. Let's see what we can find out for you. Carson, what kind of music are you into? Good to see you too, love bug. How is Cola perceived in this group? I want to go back and look. The weekly Wednesday group. How is Cola perceived in the weekly Wednesday group? How do they see her? How do they perceive her? How is she perceived? Oh, wow. Yep, Cola the Virgo. How is she perceived by her Wednesday group? How is she perceived by her Wednesday group? The group. How do they perceive? Oh, wow. Okay. How is she perceived by the group that meets on Wednesdays? How is she perceived? How is she perceived? How is she perceived? How is she perceived? How is Cola perceived by that group? What is the perception? What is the perception? Cola the Virgo. How is she seen by this group? How do they perceive her? Okay. Why are they telling me that they feel like you are not going to stick there? You're not going to be there for a long time. They're not happy about you not being there for a long time, but they feel like you're not going to be there. They feel like you're going to walk away or lose interest in the group. Oh, yeah. 4 of Cups, 8 of Cups. 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, Ace of Wands in reverse, which is a card of losing interest or a false start. They kind of think that you're not going to stick with this group because they wonder if you're really into it. Oh, because you hop around. Okay. They wonder if you're really into it. That's one thing I've got. I'm going to see if anything else comes out, Cola, because I want to go a little bit more into their perception of you. Oh, there are different branches. Okay. I want to go into this just a little bit more. Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords in reverse. Get to know us before you cut us out. I gotcha. So I think they 2 of Cups. I mean, they're what is it? They're very fond of you. All right. They feel like you fit in. But what they're concerned, and this come out again, here's what they're concerned about. 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords. Give us some time before you jump ship, full reversed. Give us some time. Get to know us. Don't be quick to slash that sword, Queen of Swords kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense or not. They're very fond of you. They feel like you fit in. The 2 of Cups, they feel like you're aligned, if that makes sense. The 2 of Cups is about alignment. They want you to stay. Death reversed. They want you to stick around. 6 of Swords. That's a good card because they feel like over time that this would be good for you as a part of your spiritual journey. Like this was bring you to more peaceful waters, that sort of thing. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, they feel like you fit in, like you belong. They want you to stick around. I don't know if this is helping you or not, or if this is giving you some clarity. But they feel like you guys are, after the same thing, 2 of Cups, right? That you have similar goals, right? With that 2 of Cups, that's like we see eye to eye. We have similar goals, in this case, spiritual goals, right? And maybe that you have a lot in common otherwise, right? Okay. But that's what primarily is coming out. I'm going to see if there's anything else. Let me just give the cards a little bit of time to say something else. If there's anything else the cards are going to say. About the group as it relates to their perception of you, how they see you. How do they see Cola the Virgo? Can you tell me anything else? Can you elaborate? Is there anything else? They find you hard to read. They find you hard to read. The moon card I was looking at. King of Pentacles in the reverse. 2 of Wands in the upright. Magician in the reverse. They kind of think women perceive me as a friend or not. Men see me with respect or not. That kind of vibe. Page of Swords. They feel like they're still getting to know you. But again, they feel like you fit in. They feel like you're a part of the family. They're curious. They want to get to know you better. The 4 of Wands here. 8 of Cups in reverse. They don't want you to go anywhere. So, that 4 of Wands is that family vibe, right? Four of Pentacles. Again, they feel like you hold back, like you're hard to read. Ace of Pentacles. I think they hope that you'll open up. They feel like you're hard to read. All right. They definitely want to get to know you more. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, and that sort of thing. I don't know if this is making any sense to you or not, but they definitely feel this familial energy, if that makes sense. I don't know if that helps or not. But there is I got several different, like with that moon card, that was like hard to read. You're welcome, love. You are welcome. You are welcome. Cola, didn't you pay me for 2? Don't I owe you a second question? I think you paid me for 2, love. We'll go with that. Okay, I got you. Yes, 2, right. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up with you and Daniel. What's the mutual energies for Cola the Virgo and Daniel the Cancer? Cola the Virgo and Daniel the Cancer. Cola the Virgo and Daniel the Cancer. What's in store for these 2? How do things look? How do things look? How do things look for Cola and Daniel? How do things look for Cola and Daniel? Cola and Daniel, please. How do things look? Four of Cups, Chariot, Tower. Why? Why is that? Why is the Four of Cups here? Wow. Seven of Swords. Unhealed wounds, man. Star reverse, Seven of Swords. Daniel has trust issues. That's why the Four of Cups is here. You know, you may, I mean, the Four of Cups usually is the absence of emotional vulnerability or the absence of interest in taking it to the next level, stuff like that. I have the when I clarified that, I had the Seven of Swords and the Star in reverse. It's trust issues from unhealed wounds, all right? The Chariot. I do think this is going to go somewhere. I don't think that it's just, I think that, but I don't think there's longevity beyond a certain point with that Tower card here. Let's go a little deeper on the Chariot. Oh, you did? Yeah, let's go a little deeper on the Chariot. Okay, I got you. You know, that's Cancer energy. Eight of Cups. Damn. The card of walking away. Three of Wands. Don't. Okay. All right, listen. Here's the issue. Here's the issue. This is not you. This is him. And it's not that it's only sexual either. But let me tell you what this is about. This is about abandonment issues with that Nine of Swords all day long. Let me tell you what I got. When I said, say it ain't so, and I clarified and I got it, let me tell you, the three cards that clarified that Chariot, which is, you know, Cancer energy. The Eight of Cups, that's the card of walking away. And then the next card out, the Three of Wands. That's like turning around to see what's happening now. That's observing, looking for something, looking for my ships to come in. So how do you go from the Eight of Cups walking away, then turn around and waiting for somebody? And that told me, will he be the type to run, push her away, and then want her to chase him, which is that's a typical avoidant thing. And the next thing out was the card of abandonment issues, which is classic to go with those avoidant things. And that Tower card is a fear. That's what that is. He has trust issues. It's around emotional vulnerability. And I'm going back to that Star in reversed. The Tower, a lot of times is the fear of disaster, right? Well, okay. So that was when I was clarifying so the first three cards out were the the Four of Cups, the Chariot, and the Tower. Clarifying the Four of Cups, we had the Seven of Swords and the Star reverse, which told me unhealed wounds, trust issues, emotional vulnerability with that Four of Cups, right? Clarifying the Cancer card, the Chariot card, I got the Eight of Cups, the card of walking away, then the Three of Wands, turning around and watching and waiting to see if you're going to follow, and then Nine of Swords is a fear of abandonment, okay? Feeling alone, lonely, abandoned. But, you know, swords, that's in the mind. That's fear. The Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, that's all fear. And I almost always, with that Tower card, associate that with avoidant issues, fear of disaster, and right? Very possibly. Very possible. Well, okay. Yes and no. No, not really. That's not what caused it. You didn't do anything to cause it. It happened before you came into the picture. All right. I know. I think his intentions are good. I think he has good intentions, Cola. But I think when it comes right down to it, I think he's going to be one of those that runs hoping you'll chase him. That's what avoidance will do. They think that when you chase them, that's somehow going to be reassuring. And if you don't chase them, then it proves that you weren't down for him, which is twisted. But that's that unhealed wound talking. That's that unhealed wound talking. I think he's very guarded emotionally. And I think that's why that Four of Cups is here. I think he's very guarded. And it is different. It is different. I agree with you. I'm not sure. I think a lot depends on how we word things. If we just looked at his intentions before or how he felt, then that was one thing. But and I'll be honest, I do feel like with that Chariot card, I feel like this will have some wheels for a while before it starts to be problematic. I know. I know. You know what I think, Cola? I think that this has perhaps triggered something in him. It's triggered these wounds, and these fears are starting to surface from that subconscious. And that may be the shift. That may be what's causing the shift is that stuff has surfaced. Because he's finding himself attracted to you, interested in you. He sees that he could have feelings for you, and that scared the hell out of him. Yeah, that's what's up. I think it's got wheels for a while, and I think he intends for it to have wheels. But at the same time, those old fears and those old wounds are starting to creep in. And that's what I got, love. Damn it. Do I think you ought to shut him out? No. No. I would still deal with him, Cola, but I think I would just be aware of this. Guard your own heart for a little bit, okay? And just observe, and see what happens. I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think this is a bad guy at all. I don't think Daniel's a bad guy at all. I don't mean it that way. I hope you don't think that I mean that I think that. No, I don't think he's a bad guy at all. He's just a wounded person. But that's what that's what I would say. I know all these wounded people out here. Cola, let me say this, and you know this. You understand energy. This is what the energies are currently lending themselves to. Now, there can be this light bulb moment, and maybe he heals from this stuff. All right. But whether he will or not, I'm not sure. Right now, the energies lend themselves to him being afraid. But that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't give up on this if I were you. Yeah, the energy is definitely fluid. Yes, I would. That's why I don't think he's. Look, if I was pulling stuff that he was a douchebag, douche canoe, jerk face, I would tell you. I don't see that in his energy. I just don't. Okay, I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think he would intentionally hurt anyone. Yes. If I were in your shoes, I would say he would be worth my time. I would be aware of this stuff. I would keep it in my head, but I wouldn't write him off if I were you. But I believe in love. And nobody's perfect. We all have wounds. Right? Yeah. So that's my thoughts. You tell me what you think. Don't get yourself banged up, though. Don't get yourself heartbroken. Yes, keep me posted. I hope that will shift. Exactly. Exactly. And I hope that helps you, love. All right. You'll have to let me know. We are going to read for Carson next. Carson, you gave me your questions. Let me scroll back up and get them. Hang on a minute, Carson. Oh, yes, the ego. Gina, that makes sense. That makes total sense, Gina. That makes total sense. Here we go. I'm scrolling back up, Carson. All right, Carson, are you here? There you are. I have a possibility. Okay. We're going to read about Benjamin. Where did it go? Didn't I see a thing about Benjamin? Hang on. I want to go back to what you said. Okay, let's see here. Wait, no, there you are. Ex-Benjamin and your career. We want to know about the possible sync licensing company. Do you want yours? Okay, so the first question we're going to read about is Benjamin, the ex, Cancer. And then your career question. Do you want me to make your career question specifically about this possibility for the sync licensing company? And see how that looks as well. That's what I'll do if that's okay with you, Carson. We'll do that for your questions. And Carson, do you work with any name, like anybody that we know? Like we would know their names. I'm being such a nosy bitch. I won't ask you who unless you just want to say, but I'm just like, do you ever work with people that are known, like, are you known? That's even more. Are you known or do you work with ones that are known? Not yet. I love Broadway. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love Broadway. Okay. Some Broadway people. My daughter and I are big. We're Hamilton junkies, but there's a lot of the Broadway stuff that we love. I know it is the Gemini in me. I'm so nosy, right? I'm such a nosy whore. But like, yeah. Shut the front door. Oh my God. We went to, oh, are you a Gemini too? Oh gosh. We went to Hamilton. We went and saw Hamilton back in 2022. Oh my God, we had a blast. We also saw Wicked. That was fun. That was good. But I love, I want to go to the Lion King. I'm dying to go to that. She's going back to Hamilton this fall though, because yeah, Hamilton was just epic. Oh my God. But you know the guy that played what's the guy that shot Hamilton? What's his name? I can't think of his. You know who I'm talking about, that character. He's going to be back. The original cast member is going to be back performing for several months in the fall in New York, and she's got tickets, and she's going when he's there. So she's going to go back and watch it again when he's there. She and her boyfriend are going. Yes. What's his name? I can't. You know the guy that sings. The one that says, he's the one that he was trying to play both sides of the fence. Why can I not think of that character's name? Yes, I know. She's so excited. She's so excited. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, so listen. That song from Hamilton called, look, I know y'all are waiting on me and I'm sorry, but I'm having a Hamilton freak out right now. My Shot. Oh my God. I freaking love that song. And then my daughter was trying to teach me the words to the other one. How can a ragtag? And that's all I can remember. But she can sing the whole thing. She's great. But yeah. But my favorite song is My Shot, and from Hamilton. But I also like that one that I was just talking about. And now she likes the one that was sung by Byrne, I think is the name of it. The one that was sung by the character that played Hamilton's wife, right? Yes, yes, yes. So phenomenal. All right, y'all. I'm sorry I ran my mouth, but I just had to talk. But gosh, oh my gosh, such an epic, epic. Have you seen the video where they performed My Shot at the White House back years ago? I think it may have been when it may have been when Obama was in office. I can't remember, but that was awesome. That was awesome. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. And they had the guy there that played, the guy that played Thomas Jefferson was there with them, and they all performed. It was so good. So good. Anyway, all right, let me shut up. Let's read about Benjamin the ex-Cancer. All right. Let's read about Benjamin the ex-Cancer. Here we go. I time-stamped for you, by the way. Let's read about Benjamin. What's going on with Benjamin toward Carson? Benjamin toward Carson. Benjamin toward Carson, please. Benjamin toward Carson. Are you in New York, Carson? I hope you don't mind me asking. Benjamin the Cancer toward Carson. What's going on here? Benjamin. Oh my God. We have to talk. Benjamin toward Carson. Benjamin the Cancer 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 toward Carson, please. I need another shuffle. Benjamin the Cancer toward Carson, please. Benjamin the Cancer toward Carson. Six of Swords. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Five of Cups in reverse. He's trying to release this. He's trying to move on. That's his current mode right now. He's trying to release this and move on. I don't think this has been easy for him, believe it or not. So if you think it has been, no. He has had some sadness over this, believe it or not. Especially with that Five of Cups in reverse. But he's trying very hard to move on. Ace of Swords is here in the reverse. That's probably his intention of not really wanting to pick things back up again. But I'm going to go deeper on that Ace of Swords in reverse, Carson, because I think there may be something else that's saying here as well. And I want to get it. I'm going to find out. I want to just get more on that Ace of Swords in reverse. Sometimes that can speak to somebody not seeing something. So let's see. Let's go deeper on that Ace of Swords, please. Let's make sure that we tell Carson everything we need to know about that Ace of Swords. Eight of Wands in reverse. So we definitely know there's not an intention of communication. Why is the Three of Cups here? Hangman. Hang on. Okay. You know what? He actually thinks about reunion. He does. But he quickly he brushes it off. He's like, no, we're not thinking about that. No, we're not thinking about that. He does think about getting back with you. Trust issues. 7 of Swords here. Why is that here? Strength card. Yeah, he holds back. Like I said, he holds back. I don't know if he has trust issues, if this is the World card. He's trying so hard to let this go. He's trying so hard to let this go. He does. I felt like that Ace of Swords in reverse had more to say, and it did. He's really not facing a lot of things himself. He's trying to move on. He thinks he's moving on, but he's missing the most important thing. He's not over you. He's not over you. He would like to be, but he's not. He's still got emotion for you. He's still got emotion for you with the 10 of Cups here. Okay? But he holds back. And I'm going to tell you, let's talk about that Strength card that came out with the holding back. Sometimes the Strength card has to do with an internal battle. You know, more often than not, and, you know, we need to go into a little bit of the depth of this card. The Strength card is, you see, she has this lion subdued with a chain, but he is surrendering to her. All right, the lion represents ego. The woman represents our higher self, spirit, the intuition, okay, which is, you know, divine feminine energy, contrary to what some people might want to know. But this is ego and this is higher self. And the ego succumbs to the higher self, but there's a battle here. And a lot of times in tarot, that card is pictured. She's holding the lion's mouth, and I'm going to see. I want to find this in this deck, and I'll show you what I am talking about. Yeah, here it is. This is the Strength card in just a traditional Rider-Waite deck, all right? And you can see she's holding the lion's mouth. Now, that lion could certainly overpower that woman, correct? But she chooses not to. So my point is that can be a battle of ego, pride, that sort of thing. Those are the kind of things that we often see with regard to this holding back. And I wanted to show you that just to demonstrate that internal battle that goes on sometimes when we see that holding back, right? I don't know that he's going to move towards you. But I will tell you, if you feel this person in your energy, you are not insane. They do think about you, and there is unfinished. I don't have the card of unfinished business, but all of this together would speak to unfinished business. Okay. There's unresolved issues. There's unresolved emotions. There's unprocessed emotions, all of that sort of thing. Right. And so I don't know that he's actually going to do anything about this. But the fact that you didn't tell me you feel him in your energy, but you would have to be a person that doesn't have a pulse to not feel this, especially being a Cancer. Or, well, no, I don't know what your zodiac sign is. But if you're a musician, you probably have a lot of water in your chart, probably Pisces. In that case, you probably do feel this person, okay? But you don't have to have water in your chart. You just have to have a pulse to feel this. Nonetheless, there is definitely this internal battle going on in this man toward you. And right now I see his ego winning, if you will. But that's what I have. But this person has deep emotion for you, but it's just buried like crazy. I don't know if that helps you or not, Carson, but that's what I have with regard to your Cancer ex. Thank you for that feedback. You'll have to let me know if this makes sense. Okay, good. Good. I'm glad that helped you, love. Let's look at this opportunity for the sync licensing company, an agent. Let's see about that. How does this opportunity with the sync licensing company and agent look for Carson? What are the energies around that for Carson? What are the energies around that? 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 What are the energies around this sync licensing opportunity? Two of Wands. That's about a decision, being at a crossroads. It's in the upright, so that's good. Your intuition is going to be very strong on this. And you're going to hear your intuition. You're going to know. That I can tell you. I think there's potential here, but we're just going to find out. There's potential for prosperity here. There is 6 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. There is potential for prosperity. I literally got that while I was, kind of just focused on that 2 of Wands. There's potential for prosperity. 6 of Swords. This is going to take you to better places, maybe even travel. 7 of Pentacles. It may require some patience, Carson. It may be that there's a lot of, let me explain the 7 of Pentacles. It's a good card, but it literally has to do with the planting and the harvest. Okay, you see how she's, harvesting, right? In this case, what this speaks to is a lot of work on the front end and a lot of prosperity on the back end. And, requiring patience, consistency, not killing yourself, but consistency and patience and belief. And it does speak to, delayed gratification. But when the gratification comes, it's just like when the harvest comes in, right? It's just like what is that thing? What is that thing that holds the fruit that you see at Thanksgiving? Why can't I think of that word? Horn of plenty, whatever. All right, listen. It's like that at the end of that journey. So it's about doing, how the farmer goes out and works the field every day consistently and putting the time and the effort in and the belief, consistent, dependable belief. And then at the end of the season, the harvest, and there's wealth and there's prosperity. And I literally got that with that when I was looking at the 2 of Wands before that card ever came out. The 6 of Swords, that's about moving to better places, moving to calmer waters, moving to things that are better, just in general. So this may be good for you in many ways. All right. I like this a lot. The energies look good here. The energies look good. Really, it does make sense. Okay. King of Pentacles, the World. Wow. This is like a level up. This is a rite of passage for you, isn't it? Is this like a rite of passage? Like this is going to take you to the next level kind of thing with the World card here. If this goes like I'm thinking it's going to go. Yeah, success. Look at here. I know you don't know what this means, Carson. 6 of Wands is success, can be popularity, and even the F word, fame. Well-known, stellar reputation, lots of recognition, notoriety. Okay. Okay, Carson. Okay. Get on with your bad self. This looks good. This looks good. Recognition. If there's a fame card in the tarot deck that we pulled it with the 6 of Wands, does that mean fame? Not necessarily, but it lends itself to being well-known, well-respected, good name for yourself, success, people recognizing you, your reputation speaking for itself, Okay. Go, it's like wherever you go, your reputation beat you there, and they already know you're coming and they already know you're awesome. Does that make sense? That kind of thing. Okay. I like it. This is some pretty powerful stuff here. I freaking love that. I love that for you. I love that for you. It's beautiful. You know something, Carson, what is your rising sign? Do you know what your rising sign is? I know you're a Gemini. You said that, but you didn't give me your rising sign. I'm curious. I want to see what's going on in your second house. Oh, well, thank you for that, Carson. We're going to Karen next, but I just want to find out. You're a Scorpio rising. So Jupiter is transiting. Let's see here. Oh, Jupiter is transiting your 8th house right now, I believe, which has to do with people investing in you and other people's money. Like it's from an investment standpoint, not thieving, but that is a transformational energy. The 8th house can be a tricky one, but it's also about investments, other people's money, other people investing in you, shared resources. Does that make sense? Jupiter's transiting that. Hey, Karen, how you doing? Jupiter's transiting your 8th house right now. The sign of Cancer, in fact. There you go. So if that makes sense to you, I think that's why you're having some luck at first. See, I'm a Gemini rising. Jupiter's transiting my 2nd house, which is my house of income right now. So I'm hoping that means good things for both of us, right? All right, Miss Karen, let's read for you. But I do want to talk to you some more. I love New York. Love, love, love it. All right, Miss Karen. Miss Karen, how does my crush feel about me? So, Karen, do you mind telling me your zodiac sign? Good deal, Carson. Karen, what's your zodiac sign? Hey, Mika. How you doing, Mika Cancer? Good to see you, beautiful. But Karen, tell me your zodiac sign. YouTube changed everybody's screen names, and now I don't recognize people because their screen names are different. So a lot of y'all, it's like, some of y'all, I know your zodiac signs. There's Heidi. Heidi, you're on the list. Let's see here. You're a Scorpio. All right, my love. Let's see what we can find out for you. Let's timestamp for you, Karen. Oh, hold on. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's see what we got. How does Karen the Scorpio's crush feel about her? He's a fire. Okay. All right. How does Karen the Scorpio's crush feel toward her? Karen the Scorpio. Well, happy belated birthday. Happy belated birthday. How does Karen the Scorpio's crush feel toward her? How does this fiery crush feel toward Karen the Scorpio? How does the fiery crush feel towards Karen the Scorpio? How does this crush feel toward Karen the Scorpio? How does this crush feel toward Karen the Scorpio? Your crush is interested in you. Your crush is interested. Chariot, 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. Your crush is definitely interested in building with you, learning more about you. There's something here. Now, I will say this: your crush may be healing from something, Karen. So your crush may not be in the best place to move forward on something just yet. Yeah. I think they're healing from something, but my cards are saying they will heal from this. But you definitely have this crush's interest. You definitely have this crush's interest. You have caught this crush's eye for sure, but I think this crush may not quite be ready for something. He doesn't feel like he's in a good place. He feels like the timing is off for to build with anything with the Wheel of Fortune here in the reverse, but Six of Pentacles. And see, he doesn't want to do anything unless he can do it right. Okay, so I think the timing is off right now. I think the timing is off. I don't think he's really quite ready, but he's definitely interested. You've piqued this person's interest, right? Does that make sense? Pink. Thank you. We need deets, Pink. Thank you for the super chat, beautiful. If you are in this crush's past, then yes. When you said crush, I kind of took it to be somebody new. If this is somebody that you've got history with, then yes, it probably is you. If you've got something, if this is history, I probably really need to pull cards again, because I was looking at this like it was something new. All right, and that's kind of the energy that I was putting into this. So if it's somebody that you've got history with, we need to kind of rethink things. But I don't mind doing that, Karen. Just let me know. Very new. Okay. I don't think that's you. I think this is him. I think he's not really in a good place right now, but he's interested in you. But at the same time, I don't think he's wanting to do anything at this moment because he is. But I do see him possibly down the road doing something toward you within 2 weeks. I gotcha. Okay. Yes. So this is new. So we did read right then. I think but I do think you've interested this crush a lot. But again, I don't know that he's really ready to move forward with anything right now because something here is bothering him from his past. But no, I don't think it has a thing to do with you, if that makes sense. You'll have to let me know if that gave you the clarity that you wanted from that. Is there anything else in Karen's energy? Is there anything else in Karen's energy? Is there anything else in her energy? You're in the Scorpio. Is there anything else in Karen's energy? You got a secret admirer. They're not doing anything at the moment. How will she know who this is? God, they're quiet. This is somebody that is not your normal type. It's hard to say, Karen. I don't see it right now. I just see interest, but I don't see him actually acting on it in the current energies because of him just being focused on his healing. Let's see. I'll see if I see what the outcome might be for you guys. What is the outcome between Karen and this crush ultimately? How would this go? What is the likely outcome between these two? What is the likely outcome between these two? What is the likely outcome between these two? What's the likely outcome between these two, please? What's the likely outcome between these two? I think he's going to withdraw. Death card, Hermit, Strength card. I think he's going to hold back. Hangman in reverse. Yeah, I don't think he's going to stick around. I don't think he's going to stick around. He's just, yeah, Emperor reversed. I don't think so. I don't think there's a future with you guys. You guys may date or talk. I see some of that possibly, but I don't see it going anywhere beyond that. I just don't. I just don't. I don't see you getting heartbroken about it, though. I really don't. Because I don't think it's going to last long enough for you to really cultivate deep feelings there, if that makes sense. Well, that's what I got, love. That's what I got. I wish I'd had better for you, love. All right. I hope that at least gave you some clarity, though, Karen, and I appreciate you booking with me as always. All right, let me update the list on the screen. That's what I was wondering, Karen. That's what I was wondering. I think that secret admirer may be somebody different. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't see the secret admirer doing anything either, because I was trying to find out whether the secret admirer would do something, and I saw no. So it could be the same person, but I don't see that secret admirer doing anything either. So which is kind of distressing. But I'm sorry. I wish it had been better for you, Karen. Thank you too, Karen. Thank you so much. All right. Miss Blondie. Miss Blondie, you are up next, Nicole. Nicole is single. Nicole, tell me your zodiac sign. Single, wondering what's coming towards you in love, and we will find out. I should be easy. I don't know. We'll see. Cancer sun. Happy birthday. By the way, I saw Anastasia chatting earlier. I don't know if you're here, Anastasia, but happy belated birthday. Happy birthday to all of my Cancer friends. Anastasia, happy birthday to you, love bug. And happy birthday to you too. It's the 8th. Okay. Well, I hope y'all party it up. All right, let's see what we got here. Coming toward Nicole, the Cancer. In love. She's single as a Pringle. What do we have coming toward Nicole? In love. What do we have coming toward Nicole? Hold on just a second. That's not going to work. Okay. Well, whatever. What do we have coming toward Nicole in love? What do we have coming toward Nicole in love? What do we have coming toward Nicole in love? What do we have coming toward Nicole in love, please? Nicole, the Cancer sun. Nicole, the Cancer sign. Nicole, the Cancer sign. Knight of Swords, Three of Cups, Six of Swords. This is interesting. What is that? Who is this? Here's what's interesting. Nicole, I think that you have someone that has not given up on you, if you know what I mean, that you have history with. They love you a lot. I believe this is someone you may not trust. You may have tried to move on from them or moving on from them or something of that nature. They are here and they are in your energy with a lot of emotion and the desire for a reunion. That is one thing that I have. Okay. That is one thing that is going on. And it possibly is somebody that has air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, maybe not. But we have this Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is an interesting energy because it is not the most stable knight. It is, it can be a little bit flighty, a little bit unpredictable, nervous. Okay. It's a energy of they act first and ask questions later, right? They act on impulse a lot, this Knight of Swords. But, you know, it's in the upright, so I get some honesty, and I don't get a real bad vibe otherwise, but this Seven of Swords is a little bothersome. That tells me you may not trust this person. That is one thing that I see going on in your energy. I do have communication there. And, you know, we have a Mercury retrograde coming up. When? July? Is that right, y'all? And sometimes that will bring exes out of the woodwork. Might be this Taurus I've been talking to. I don't trust him, but he's so damn good looking. Is he at a distance? Or does he travel? Let's see if there's anything else here. Okay, let's do this. Is there potential with this one? 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 I see some potential, but I don't. That Seven of Swords is weird. Is there potential? Yeah. Yeah, there's some potential here. Now, let me see if there's anybody else. I'm going to see if there's another energy that comes out as well, if there's anything else. There's potential there with that Taurus. Let's see here. He's a hoe. That's funny. Okay, let's see here. Is there anybody else? Is there anything else around Nicole, the Cancer? All right, here we go. Yeah, there is. Who is this? The Fool card, the Sun card, Five of Cups in reverse. You've got a second energy here that I don't think you have met yet. Two of Swords. I don't think you see this person yet, at least not in these, not in this vein, or maybe not met them at all. You are unaware of this person. Okay. You may not have met yet, but you will. You will. There is a possibility that this is even a secret admirer that reveals themselves. Look, there's Cancer energy here. Pretty damn good cards around this one here. Pretty good cards on this one. Fool card, the Sun card. You are on the brink of meeting somebody pretty special. or dealing with somebody pretty special. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is something that is going to be very happy and could be your life partner. You're not getting old. But yeah, you probably do need to get out of the house. But I definitely, yeah, in fact, the Chariot says get in your car and go places, right? I think this one could be your person. With the Sun card, very, very likely. There's a lot of happiness with that card. In fact, it's the happiest card in the deck, particularly when it comes to romance. Okay, that speaks to not just marriage, but happy marriage. Lots of happiness, lots of abundance, right? I love that. So I hope that helps you, Nicole. I hope that gave you some clarity. You will have to let me know. What? You've been getting the Sun card? That's awesome. So there's your confirmation. There's your confirmation. Okay, good. I don't think Taurus is a bad dude, but there's somebody that you've not met yet. But you said you kind of had already written Taurus off, so that's fair, you know. That's definitely fair. Right. You are welcome. Thank you for booking, as always. Julia is up next. Hey, Naomi. Well, how are you? I'm glad you caught us live. Thank you for saying hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go to Julia. Let's go to Julia. Julia is asking, let's see here. In a general reading for whatever comes out, whether it's love, money, or career-wise, what am I missing or not paying attention to? Good questions. So, Julia, give me are you here? And if so, give me your zodiac sign. Scorpio. This is Scorpio night, apparently. Lots of Scorpios with me tonight. Let's see what's up. What does Julia the Scorpio need to know? What does Julia the Scorpio need to know? What does Julia the Scorpio need to know? What do I need to tell Julia the Scorpio? What is it that we need to tell Julia the Scorpio? What is it that Julia needs to know? What is it that Julia needs to know? Julia the Scorpio. Julia the Scorpio, what does she need to know? What does she need to know? Five of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Why is that here? Okay. Here's what I've got. Five of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. What does that tell me? You may have been dealing with some sadness, or you may feel discouraged about your future. I think it's because you don't see some things that are in your future. Two of Swords. It's kind of like you might be struggling right now and you don't know that things are going to get better. I do believe that they are energetically trying, it's here in the energy to have financial abundance and just overall having your ish together, feeling good, happiness, passionate with the Queen of Wands. But I think that you've got to allow yourself to believe in the fact that things can improve and get much better. I kind of feel like your blockage here is that you can't see it in the 3D. You've got to visualize it first, and you've got to allow yourself to feel those feelings of abundance and happiness and romance before you actually are experiencing them. You've got to trick yourself almost and allow yourself to feel the feelings that you would feel if you were, with money or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest here. That's going to take this Two of Swords that right now is the visual blockage. See the blindfold here? And it's going to turn this upside down, which speaks to roadways opening up, opportunities opening up, clarity, seeing things differently. I think that is going to be an important part of your journey. I see if you do that, that's the blockage right now. You have so much potential for abundance, not just financially, but just a feeling of fulfillment in life, with love, with money, with friends, with relationships. If you will change your vision, right? If you will change your vision and imagine that it could absolutely, I think you've had some disappointments in your life, and that's fair. And it's easy to believe that that's always going to be the way life is going to be, but it doesn't have to be. You absolutely have the power in your hands to manifest exactly all the things that you want. This is what my cards are literally telling me right now, Julia. And I kind of feel like that if you will work on that, then you will absolutely see your life start to turn around in the best of ways. All right. I literally getting you having the best of everything with that 10 of Pentacles and that Queen of Wands. I get the best of it. Not just good, but the best. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Julia, I posted something on a community post, and it was about the new moon. And I want you to go I want you to go read that. It was about this new moon energy, okay? And I want you to go read what I put. And there was a meme that I had on there, but I put a long verbiage about that, about manifesting our best experiences. But the meme said, if you knew how powerful you were, you would never want for anything again. And I kind of feel like that's what is being said here with these cards. Once you realize that the power is in your hands, you won't want for anything. You'll have abundance and blessings overflowing. But you gotta know who you are. You got to remember who you are, and that you are a piece of divine energy, literally. But you got to remember that about yourself. I don't know if that's helpful to you, if that gave you the information that you were looking for, Julia, but that's what has come out. So we've kind of covered the gambit with love and money and career and everything else, right? I hope that helped you, Julia. All in your hands. Yes. There's another meme that I saw one time that comes to mind, and it talked about the spiritual journey. And it's just like, it's like this. It says, when it comes right down to it, it's all on you, Chief. And that's true. It's all in your hands. It's all in my hands. It's all in your hands, right? I love that you saw that. Yeah, all in your hands. Literally. It takes inner work. It takes some work, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Even science tells us that we only use such a small part of our brain and our mind, right? There's so much untapped potential that when we realize what kind of power we really are walking around with, oh my goodness, we would be unstoppable. And that's what we're supposed to do. So I hope that helped you, love. You are welcome. Thank you for booking, Julia. All right, Miss Blair. All right, Miss Blair. Blair is wondering about staying put versus moving. How do things look on the market for Blair to sell her home? How do things look for Blair? There she is. How do things look for Blair the Libra in selling her home? What do things look like? What do things look like, please, for Blair in selling her home? What do things look like for Blair in selling her home? What do things look like for Blair in selling her home? What do things look like for Blair in selling her home? Queen of Swords flew out, which tells me that there's going to be a situation or two where you have to hold the line with someone. You have to stand firm with someone and hold your price, hold your boundaries. Don't let people take advantage of you with regard to this thing. And I know you won't. And you know, the Queen of Swords, you probably have heard me say this before, embodies, it is the embodiment of Libra energy in the minor arcana. But she holds her ground. Right. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna reshuffle. Okay, I probably misread it. No big deal. How do things look for Blair to leave it on the market and move? How do things look for Blair to leave it in the market? We're going to do two different spreads, Blair. How do things look for leaving the house on the market? What are the energies of leaving the house on the market and moving? How do things look for Blair as far as leaving it on the market or moving? How do things look for Blair to leave her house on the market and move? Wow, I need to shuffle again. How do things look for Blair to leave that home on the market and move? Page of Wands in reverse, Three of Cups in the reverse, Nine of Wands in the reverse. The energies don't look good for this right now. Sun in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse. I kind of get this energy of you I almost go back to that Queen of Swords that I saw earlier. I almost think that selling it right now, you're going to deal with some people that try to, do you all kind of way. And I think you end up throwing up. Yeah. Yeah. And I kind of think with the Nine of Wands in reverse, I think this whole experience right now, at least, would make you throw up your hands and say, fuck it, I'm staying with the Nine of Wands in reverse. I'm going to look at what it looks like staying. It looks like a rough time right now to have a house on the market. It looks like a situation that would make you just say, fuck this, right? This is too hard right now, too much stress. because I think with that Page of Wands that came out in the reverse and that Three of Cups it came out in the reverse, I think the reason that Queen of Swords came out is because I think that people that would approach you to buy it are going to try to not do you right as far as, you know, the offer and treating you right and him on around and just bullshit. Okay. And I think you just be like, screw this, you know. I don't know why that is, but the people that I see nibbling are just difficult to deal with. Let's just put it that way. Let's see what things would look like for Blair to stay where she is. Take the house off the market and stay where she is. I understand that. I get that the people, for some reason, I feel like if you left it on the market right now, there's at least one person that would cross your path that is shifty, right? A sleazeball. We don't want any sleazeballs. I don't know why I see that. And just trying to be stupid. And trying this, that, and the other. And you're like, you know what? Get the hell up out of here. What about staying? What about staying there at the house in Arizona? I don't think you'll be happy about it, but ultimately it's kind of like the best of, it's like making the best of the situation is what I'm picking up. I don't think you're ideal about it, but it's kind of like you're making the best of the situation. All right. That's what I get. I don't think you'll stay there forever, though. Why is that? You're not going to believe this, Blair. I don't think you're going to stay there forever, but I think you are going to, I think you're best to stay there for the time being. What I also get is when you do move, you're going to miss it. I don't know if this makes sense to you, but there's a possibility you'll regret moving. Like I see you moving eventually and leaving there, but I kind of feel like you might regret it and you might kind of miss it and think, you know, gosh, I miss my house, or there's something here about it. I don't know if this makes sense or not, because I know you've been chomping at the bit to relocate. You know, look, Blair, let me tell you, that makes me think of when I moved to Birmingham. And we lived in Birmingham for 3 years, and I was homesick the entire time I was there. I wanted to go back home to my home in Mobile. And I left Birmingham, and I had friends there. I made friends there. I had a great job, and I had a nice house, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, the shopping was good, and the food's good up there, and et cetera, et cetera. But I wanted to be at home. I mean, I was so homesick. And so my then husband, get a travel trailer. My then husband got a great job offer back home. And so we got a job, you know, we got the opportunity to move back home, and we were all excited and all this. Okay. Right. And, you know, everything's said and done. We're getting ready to do the move. I'm packing. We're doing this and that and the other. And when we left Birmingham for the last time, he and I were in the car together. And we were getting ready to drive from Birmingham to Mobile. I was crying so hard. I had a lump in my throat, the biggest lump in my throat ever. I was crying so hard that I couldn't talk. And he said, I thought this is what you wanted. And I said, it is. And I'm not sorry I moved, but I will say I left a little piece of my heart there. I had some good times there, and I had some good friends there. So it's almost like that, right? I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, Blair, but that's what I feel. Don't be surprised if that doesn't happen. Anyway. It was the craziest thing. I have never had a lump in my throat like that. It was insane. I couldn't even talk. I was and just tears just literally pouring out of my eyes. It's like, what? You're welcome, Blair. Thank you. I appreciate you, Blair, as always. Right, Julianne? Well, and that, Mobile is behind it. You sobbed when you left New York, but needed to. Oh, wow. Yes, Inspired Dreamers. You can get on the list. If you would like to ask your question and get on the list for me to pull cards for you, the instructions are pinned at the top of this chat. It's also scrolling across the bottom of the screen. But Julianne, so Mobile is my hometown, Julianne. And I really think, but now I live away from Mobile and it's not the same, but I kind of think I know why. It all kind of makes sense now, why I wanted to go back to Mobile. And I moved away from Mobile twice. This time, because I live 3 hours away from Mobile now, and I lived away from Mobile another time, and I didn't miss it, but I know why now. It wasn't the place. It was my family, specifically my mom. I missed my mother so much. We were so close. And the times that I've lived away from Mobile now, and I don't miss it, it's after she passed away. Yeah. It was after she passed away. So, and I don't want to get sappy, but home was wherever mom was. Home was wherever mom was. I know, right, Julianne? But I'll try not to be too emotional. But yeah, that's what I missed. That's why I wanted to go. Anyway, Julianne, let's read for you. Let's read for Julianne. Julianne, remind me, Julianne, thank you for that. Julianne, I know you have told me this before, but remind me again of your zodiac sign. What good is coming toward me generally in the near future? So we'll see what good things are coming towards you. Let's see what we got. Virgo sun, Capricorn moon. All that earth. I'm a Capricorn moon too. All right. Give me the good things coming toward Julianne. Aquarius rising. Okay. Your moon is in your 12th house, Julianne. That's tough. That is a hard placement. Have you delved into that at all? Because I want you to research moon in the 12th house. Everything you can get your hands on, Julianne. I'm sorry, Green Queen. I'm sorry to hear that. But Julianne, that is definitely something that you need to research and study on. Moon in the 12th house. All right, moon in the 12th house. And Capricorn moon is a hard placement in and of itself. So anyway, but let's see what good things are coming towards Julianne, the Virgo sun. Julianne, the Virgo sun. I'm telling you, Julianne, that speaks to childhood trauma. I mean, I'm just going to say it. That's really tough. That's really tough. All right, between all of that. All right, let's see what good things are coming toward Julianne, the Virgo. Good things coming towards Julianne, the Virgo. Good things coming toward Julianne, the Virgo. Good things coming towards Julianne, the Virgo. Good things coming for Julie and the Virgo. Good things coming toward Julie and the Virgo Sun. Capricorn Moon, Aquarius Rising. Why is that? You've got an apology coming from somebody who betrayed you. Is it? Yeah, you definitely have somebody apologizing. All right. That regrets betraying you, lying, playing games, wasting your time. Whoever this is wants to try again with you. Let me see something here. I don't know that it's the healthiest of connections with that person, but I do see that person clearing the air. Another thing that I feel is that the Four of Wands here, can you tell me what that is? There's something you've been waiting on. There may be another connection that's new, that's out there. I think you've been manifesting this. I think you've been optimistic about the future. You've been manifesting something here. There is a relationship. Another thing that this could have to do with moving into a nicer home. Nine of Pentacles here. Your money looks real good. Your money looks good. And if you're considering self-employment, Julianne, that looks good. But I see you being very financially independent and having success with money. I also feel like the Star card is telling me to give you some advice of remaining optimistic and have every notion that your best days are in front of you, not behind you. Okay? So I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you, Julianne. I love that. I see a lot of happiness. I see you doing a lot of healing too. You're welcome, Julianne. You'll have to let me know if that gave you some clarity for yourself, right? Good, good, good. So, Blavich, if you would like to get a reading on your love life, the directions to get on the list for a reading is right here, scrolling across the bottom of my screen. And Green Queen, I do not do health-related or pregnancy-related questions if that's what your friend is wanting to ask about. But if it's something else, then yes, same thing. The directions to get on the list are right here. Oh, that's fair. That's fair, Julianne. That's fair. But Moon in the 12th is very difficult. Capricorn Moon is very difficult. Talk about being made to feel that your emotions didn't matter. Feeling like you couldn't express your feelings and you had to grow up way too quick and put your emotions to the side and just do whatever it took to survive. That's what the Moon in the 12th, Capricorn Moon in the 12th speaks to. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Julianne. Sometimes people with Moon in the 12th and Capricorn Moon have trouble even knowing how they feel or being in touch with their feelings because they had to learn at such an early age to repress those feelings. I do, Julianne, I do chart readings, but I haven't really gotten into that for a while, but I think I'm going to start doing that. I have the appointments. The appointments that people can book. And I may do those during those, the one-on-one appointments with people on my website. Right. Hey, Tammy. You're going to get old one day too, but at least I'm pretty. But when you get old, you're going to be ugly, Tammy. That's the difference. All right, Tammy Newburn. Oh, shut up, you old bird. Is that the best you can do? Is that the best you can do? I do. I do. I do. I know, right, Julianne? Oh, okay, Julianne, I got you. Yeah, I have Cash App. I sure do. But I hope that helped you, Julianne. I hope that gave you some clarity on things. But yeah, if you want to do that, you can probably just book an appointment with me on my website. All right, if you're interested in that. So next up is Maya. Oh, well, thank you, Julianne. I appreciate you too. Next up is Maya. Let's see here. Let me timestamp for Maya. I know it's like when somebody calls you an old bird, that kind of is giving somebody older than me, because I don't even use that terminology. That goes back to like Jackie Gleason days, like something that Jackie Gleason would say to somebody, "You old bird." Like that's old. That's an old slam. That's an old slam, you know? Oh, here we go. We got the trolls coming. We got the trolls coming. Hey, Danny. Yes, I look pretty. I look pretty. Hang on, we're going to fix this real quick. Give me just a minute. Y'all give me just a second. We're going to fix this. Give me 1 second. There we go. Right. There we go. Now then. We got that fixed. All right. Maya is up next. Let me timestamp for Maya. Here we go. We know how to shut them up. Who is Tammy Newburn, NAS? I've never heard that name. Is that like somebody I should know? Tammy Newburn, goo gagging around these internets. Is that somebody that you know? 9155. It's just probably troll accounts. But Danny wanted to bang me, bless his heart. Sorry, Danny. But here we go, Maya. Let's read for you, love. All right, here we go. Here we go, Miss Maya. Let's read for Maya. Here we go. Can you give me more clarity on my work situation? Can you give more clarity on my love life? Yes, I can. Maya, are you here? Oh, they are fun. They're the delicious snacks They are delicious snacks. Maya, let's get clarity on your work situation. What does Maya need to know about work? What does Maya need to know about work? Did you give me your zodiac sign? Let's see here. Here we go. There's Maya. Hey, beautiful. What does Maya need to know about work? Hang on a minute, Maya. Let me fix this and take that troll comment off the screen. You old bird. Squawk. You're a Scorpio sun, Aries moon. Thank you for telling me that. Now watching it ad. Okay. Tell me what Maya, the Scorpio, needs to know about work. Tell me what Maya, the Scorpio sun, needs to know about work. What does Maya, the Scorpio sun, need to know about work? What does Maya, the Scorpio sun, need to know about work? What does Maya, the Scorpio sun, need to know about work? It looks like something is picking up or picking back up or being reconsidered. If you're out of work, I see you going back to work. If you've been up for a promotion or something like that, that's picking back up, or your money's picking back up. There's an opportunity here that's picking up again that may have been at a lull, if that makes sense. All right. So I see work picking up. The energy with work picking up with the Judgment card flying out. Yeah, there it is again. Queen of Wands, Eight of Cups in reverse, Temperance. Definitely things getting better with work. I don't know if this makes sense or not, but I see you coming back from something. There's a resilience here with this Eight of Cups in reverse. So there's definitely an uptick after a lull regarding work. And the Queen of Wands is here. It's like you're taking action. But it's definitely a level up for you in terms of where you are right now with work. With that Queen of Wands, you could even be looking at a promotion possibly. But there's definitely, you're going to be busy, but in a good way. You're going to be busy and happy. And definitely your abundance coming in around work. All right. So this is definitely, look, Magician card. It's like you're manifesting a comeback around as far as money and work and career. That's really what I'm picking up. You coming back from something, bouncing back, resilience. I keep picking that up, Maya. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but that's what I have. Even the Magician card, literally. That's like you making it happen, you manifesting that. So I love that for you. Love that for you. I hope that helps you. Let's look at your love life and see about that, because that was your other question, Maya. Clarity on your love life. Let's see what we have there. I'm still laughing at that old bird. That's funny as hell. So damn funny. You old bird. Oh my God. And they don't know that it makes my day to be called bony, because there was a time where I weighed 273 pounds. So I'm very proud of my shape. I'm glad they noticed. They really didn't know that was a compliment, did they? But here we go. Let's see about Maya's love life. What does Maya need to know about her love life? What does Maya need to know about her love life? What does Maya need to know about her love life? What does Maya need to know about her love life, please? What does Maya need to know about love? Give me clarity for Maya on her love life. Clarity for Maya on her love life, please. Give me clarity for Maya on her love life. Six of Swords. You may be healing from something, moving on from something, possibly. Let's see. I think things in your love life might be at a standstill right now. I do think there is something that you are moving on from and releasing. There is something here that may have ended. Two of Cups here in the reverse, Eight of Wands in the reverse, Four of Pentacles in reverse, and you may be pretty down about that right now, or pretty spent about that. But I do see you needing to heal from that. Yeah, Nine of Cups in reverse. You may be kind of knocked off your rocker for a little bit, but the Six of Swords suggests that you will heal from this and you will move on. That's about doing shadow work and healing from something that there was a disappointment, a breakup, and a blockage between you and this person. You may be healing issues around emotional codependency with this Nine of Cups in the reverse. Things not, a wish not coming true, perhaps. I do think that is next on your agenda, or is supposed to be. That's what Spirit is kind of trying to get you to do, is work on some shadow work with regard to a breakup that there's some wounds that are unhealed. Yeah, I've got major codependency here with the Queen of Cups here in the reverse. That both of those are codependency cards. Nine of Cups in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse. King of Wands here, but the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Something was one-sided. Something where you gave too much of yourself. Really need to focus on working on yourself. Taking a break from love altogether. Seven of Pentacles. Doing some inside work and getting yourself into a better place where you can energetically be more vibrationally aligned toward romance success. Working on things like setting boundaries, okay? Maintaining your dignity. I love you, but I love myself more. That should always be your mantra. And if you can't say that, then something is unhealthy there. If you are giving more than another person, if you are giving more till you're at the point of exhaustion, to your own detriment, walking on eggshells, all of people pleasing, all of those sorts of things are some of the things that are associated with codependency. All right. And it's and one-sided connections. You've got to heal from that. I do feel like if you will work on that and heal from that, do some shadow work, then you absolutely will manifest something, but it's going to take time plus work. Time alone does not heal. It's time plus work. That's definitely what's in order. But getting some self-respect for yourself, getting some self-confidence, and not allowing people to walk all over you and take advantage of you, and knowing when to walk away whenever something is not healthy for you. That's what I got, Maya. That's what I got. Really? Really? Wow. Wow. Well, I'm glad to hear that those resonated for you, Maya. I'm glad to hear that those resonated. You did. I know you did, Maya. You didn't. Really? You made the questions vague and I nailed it. Wow. Well, you'll have to, Maya, go leave me a review on my website. And just, if you don't mind, and you'll get points for it. You get points for it. You go to the same place that you went to book the reading. You click on the stars, and that will take you to the review, and you'll get points for it on the if you're a loyalty member. And it's free to join the loyalty program on my website. Thank you, Maya. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I think I have a referral program too on there. I think I set that up. If you refer people to me, I think there's a button where I did that, but I don't know. I think I did that. Sometimes my Gemini brain forgets things that I do, but I saw it on there the other day and I was like, I didn't know I had set that up. Okay, good. Right. But thank you, Maya. Thank you for that. I appreciate the feedback. I hope that gave you some clarity, my love. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Give me just a second. Heidi, you're up next, but I'm going to take about 10 seconds. I'm not going anywhere, but I just need to look at quantities and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And check in and see where we are and see. Let's see here. All right. All right. Let's read for Heidi. Heidi, you are up next. Are you here, Heidi? Let me look at her info. The tea on my crush, Mario. We never met in person. I've only seen him around. Okay. Let's see what we have. Here we go. What is the tea on Mario toward Heidi? What can you tell me about Mario as it relates to Heidi? What can you tell me? What can you tell me about Mario as it relates to Heidi? Is there any potential here? What's going on? Mario. What's going on with Mario as it relates to any potential thing with Heidi? Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the World card, Moon card. Wow. Eight of Wands in the reverse. He, I believe, might be involved and with someone. I think he may be involved with someone. What's interesting is I kind of feel like he keeps that secret with the Moon card here, because when I'm like, what is he hiding? And I got a relationship. All right. It may be on the rocks, but he's still involved with somebody. He may be married, but he's involved with someone, Heidi. Right now, that Knight of Pentacles in the reverse speaks to this person kind of being a waste of time. I know, right? I don't think he talks about it. I think his relationship is on the rocks and rocky. There's issues definitely with that Eight of Wands here in the reverse, but I still think he is involved with this person. All right. He may even still be living in the house with this person. What is the World card here? He may be telling people that he's divorced when he's not. With that World card coming out right before the Moon card, or that he's single and he's not. But I think divorced. I think that would be what he would be saying with that. Hangman. 6 Six of Cups in the reverse. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. I think he's involved with somebody. And I don't think there's a lot of potential here. It looks like it would be stagnant and one-sided. Yeah, definitely pass. I don't like the energy around this guy. I really don't. I don't think he's a forthcoming person. I don't think he's honest. Eight of Cups in the reverse. He may end up trying to work it out with the person that he's with. Okay. He likes attention, though. I will tell you that. He is an attention whore. He likes attention. I think people show him a little bit of attention and he flirts back. And I think that probably causes problems in the current relationship. I don't. Ooh, yeah. This is one of them smooth tongue talkers. Hell no, Heidi. Yeah, this one is one that I would say, Yes, been there, done it. Yeah, we don't want to do that again. Hell no. Right, Heidi? Been there, done that, got the t-shirt and burned the t-shirt, right? Definitely. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that. For sure. All right, Marcia, you're after Anastasia. Let me put you on the list. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you for that. Thank you for booking with me. There we go. All right. Let's go to Anastasia freestyle and then checking on the Cancer. Hey, Miss Marsha, how you doing? All right, let's see what we got here. Let me put you on the list, Marsha. And then I'll timestamp for Anastasia. What in the heck is wrong with me? Oh, I'm out of juice. Okay. There we go. All right, let me timestamp for Anastasia. All right, here we go. What does Anastasia need to know in general? What does Anastasia need to know in general? What does Anastasia need to know in general, please? What does Anastasia need to know in general? What does Anastasia need to know in general? What does Anastasia need to know in general? What does Anastasia need to know? Give me a general message for Anastasia, the birthday girl. The Cancer. Anastasia, the birthday girl. Give me, what does Anastasia need to know in general? What needs to come out? There we go. For Anastasia. Six of Swords, Emperor. The Fool card? What is this? Are you relocating, traveling, moving? What is this leap of faith? There's something here that is a leap of faith that is a big career level up, I believe, with the Emperor card here. Wow, wow, wow. You're moving toward happiness. That's why the Six of Swords is here. Literally, maybe figuratively for sure, and maybe literally. But you're moving to it's like, man, this is a boss move with the Emperor card and the Fool card. This is a major boss move that you're making. Get it, Anastasia. Damn, I love this. Leap of faith. Hell yeah. And it looks good with that Emperor card coming in. Good Lord. King of Swords. Very well. Anastasia, what the hell? What is all this? What are you doing, honey? My God, this is insane. This is insane. Very well respected for your craft. What in the hell? I'm going nuts here. What's going on with you, Anastasia? You're going to have to fill me in and tell me what this is about, because you're manifesting something that is awesome. Can I tell you, and I mean this as a compliment, Anastasia, I think you will know that. Anastasia, listen. Sometimes I say this about myself when I'm feeling some kind of way, but I'm going to say this about you, and I mean this as a compliment. You got big dick energy. And I mean, does that have anything to do with your sexuality? No, it does not. What it absolutely means is that you are a force to be reckoned with. Get out of the fucking way. Anastasia is making boss moves in her career. What in the hell? Very respected in your craft. You're manifesting some kind of success here. Magician card. It's like you are pulling out all the stops. You're being creative. You are thinking outside the box. You are going with your intuition. You're not afraid. You're fearless. Holy mackerel. What is going on with you, Anastasia? You need to freaking give lessons. That's what you need. What is going on here? Good God Almighty. I don't know what this is, but you're on the right track. Go for it. Go for it. And I'm going to tell you, I got 5 cards here on the board right now. 3 of them are major arcanas. Big energies here. Big planetary. Oh, Jupiter's transit in Cancer. Holy crap. Holy crap. Jupiter is transiting Cancer. All right. That's the opportunity planet. That's the optimism, luck, fate, destiny. All right. Love that for you. Good God. You know, we had that new moon in Cancer the other day. This is powerful. Anastasia, if I remember right, I know she's not here. There she is. When we ride on full time. Anastasia, isn't Cancer in your 11th house? There's something, I remember something about your 11th house. Isn't your sun in the 11th house, your Cancer sun? Remind me of that. I remember some 11th house. I know some Scorpio stuff, but I remember something. There's Aquarian energy in your chart, that 11th house stuff going on. Remind me of that. It's been a while since I looked at your chart. Let me know. I probably still have your chart saved. There's something in your 11th house, and I think it's Cancer. I don't know where Cancer. Remember the little guys whenever you're a household name. Remember what I'm telling you. This is big. This is big. Look. Well, just because I remember, the reason I remember is because I knew about your career path then, and I saw that 11th house stuff, and I was like, man, Jupiter is transiting your 11th house. That's the house of masses, fame, known by many. Popularity. Damn. It's good. It's good right now for you. Jupiter's on your 11th house. Jupiter's going to be transiting your sun. Good God Almighty. Anastasia, holy mother of God. The reason I remembered that, Anastasia, is I remember, I knew you were a Cancer sun, but I remember when I did your chart that there was a lot of Aquarian energy and Scorpionic energy. And I don't know why, but I remember thinking, because a lot of times when I see like I saw the sun in the 11th house, and I remember saying to myself, she's a little bit like an Aquarius. And that would be, that would speak to that. And I don't remember about why I got it in my head about the Scorpionic energy. It may just be your Pluto aspect and all that, but I remember specifically, and I'm like, I think her sun is in her 11th house, because I would have not said that unless your sun was in the 11th house. And I remember saying that. So yeah. And I'm like, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's going. You got it going on, girl. I'm proud of you. You're about to blow up. I'm just telling you. Let's see what's going on with this Cancer. Let's see what's going on. Let's check in on the Cancer. Yeah, it does. You've got that cheeky humor. Well, and Scorpio energy can be, they have a delightful sense of humor as well. Like Scorpio can have really fun sense of humor as well. There's a lot of intelligence in your chart, a lot of fun humor and dark humor. You probably like dark humor. But anyway, let's check in on the Cancer for Anastasia. Give me what's going on with this Cancer toward Anastasia, please. Give me the Cancer. Give me the Cancer toward Anastasia. Give me the Cancer toward Anastasia. I know you will, love. I know. You'll always be real. Give me this Cancer toward Anastasia. Give me this Cancer toward Anastasia. Give me this Cancer toward Anastasia, please. What's going on with the Cancer toward Anastasia? King of Wands. Why is that Knight of Pentacles here in the reverse? Nine of Pentacles in the upright. He wants to take action toward you, but he feels like he would be wasting his time. He's trying to get right on his own. So he's like, maybe I should just stay single. Maybe I should just stay single. Hell, fuck love. Literally. He's feeling good. He's feeling better, though. He's feeling better. I think he's feeling more confident with the King of Wands here. He still has his moments, but he's feeling better. He's feeling more confident. Definitely feeling more confident. He still thinks so highly of you. He still thinks so highly of you, but he's kind of afraid to hope for something. Ace of Wands in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Magician upright, Queen of Pentacles upright. He would love to work things out with you, but he kind of thinks he might be fooling himself. He thinks so highly of you. So highly of you. Good. He really thinks about moving towards you. He really does. Eight of Cups in reverse. If he had another, he loves you. He does have emotion for you. Seven of Wands here in reverse. And I'm going to tell you, if he thought he had a snowball's chance in hell, he'd be on that like a duck on a gin bug. Eight of Cups in the reverse. You hear me? He'd be on that like a Ace of Swords, man. He'd be on that like a duck on a June bug, taking that leap of faith. Look at here. Look. Look. This is how he sees you. That Queen of Pentacles. He thinks so highly of you. He really does. You know, yeah, he loves you. But you know, when I see in a spread, Anastasia, where not only does somebody love you, but they have a high opinion or a high regard, a lot of respect for you, that is a totally different compliment that is amazing. Wow. Wow. I just, I'm kind of rooting for this Cancer. I don't know if you know that. But he just seems, I know he's had his struggles, and I've seen his struggles as we've read for him, Anastasia. We have seen it, but I've seen him growing. Every time we read for him, he's growing, he's getting better, he's doing better, but he still has love for you. He still has so much love for you and so much respect. Wow. Like this dude, the way he feels about you is like every woman's dream. Right. So that's what I got on the Cancer. I love that. That is so sweet. I get that. I picked that up in his energy that he is a good person. He's a very good person with compassion and empathy and yeah, smart. I would bet, I don't know what his placements are, but I'd be willing to bet he feels like he's got Scorpio somewhere in his stuff too. I think y'all both have that elusive Scorpio vibe going on with you guys. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Anastasia, but there's something, and maybe it's just a strong Pluto placement or a strong aspect to it or something of that nature. But he's elusive and mysterious, but deep and real. That's the energy that I get with him. He's so private. I swear to God, if you had not told me his zodiac sign and I've been reading for him all this time, I'd swear I was reading for Scorpio. I would swear he was a Scorpio. Loyal to a yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, that's where your Scorpio is, Scorpio moon. Okay, so that's yeah. Loyal to a fault. Yes, yes. That is crazy that you guys have the same sun and moon. Loyal to a fault. I believe that. I totally feel that. He feels very, I don't know. I just like his energy a lot for you. If that makes sense. But I hope that gave you some clarity on where things are with where he's at right now. That's so funny that y'all have those similar placements. In water, 3 in Cancer, 3 in Scorpio. It's got more fire in here. Okay. But your 11th house stuff would help with that. That helps you to get along with that fire and air part of him, right? The fact that you've got stuff in the 11th house. So that's so cool. But I hope that gave you some clarity, Miss Anastasia. You'll have to let me know. We're getting ready to read for Marcia. Marcia. Let's see what we got, Miss Marcia. Well, hey, Mr. Buzz Lightyear. How you doing? Good to see you, sweetheart. My little Virgo friend, how you doing? Let's but oh, Anastasia, happy birthday, hon. Happy birthday to you. I hope your birthday was amazing. I believe that. What? Are you sick, Buzz? Are you not feeling good? I hate to hear that. But let's read for Miss Marcia. Let's go, Marcia. All right, Miss Marcia. Good. Thank you, Anastasia. Thank you. All right, so Miss Marcia is a Sag. Past person, Libra. No contact 2 months. Does he have an idea that I'm disappointed with him? What's his current thoughts towards you? Buzzard Buzzley. All right, let's see what we got, Miss Marcia. Marcia the Sag with this Libra. Let's see what we've got. Give me this Libra. Does this Libra realize that Marcia is disappointed in him? Give me the Libra's perception of how he thinks Marcia feels about him. How does he think Marcia feels about him? How does this Libra think that Marcia feels about him? Hey, love bug. That's Saggy Love. I know who it is now. All right, let's see here. I wish YouTube would leave it alone with these screen names. How does this Libra think? How does this Libra think Marcia feels about him? How does this Libra think Marcia feels about him? How does the Libra think that Marcia sees him? How does the Libra think that Marcia sees him? How does the Libra think that Marcia sees him? He thinks that you are upset. No, we still got openings, Buzz. We still got some. He feels like that he has got you up in your head with this Nine of Swords. He thinks you miss him. Nine of Swords, because of the no communication with the Eight of Wands here in the reverse. He thinks you want him back. With the Fool card, he thinks you want him back. He thinks you want to hear from him. He thinks you want clarity or an explanation or communication. He thinks you feel betrayed. The Lover's card. He thinks you're still in love with him. He thinks you want him back. He does think that you miss him, that you feel betrayed. He does feel like you still love him. I got that. I saw that, Anastasia. He feels like he's in control of the situation. He feels like he's got the upper hand. Emperor, High Priestess. It's almost like he feels like he's in control because he's making you, or he's got you cut off from communication. Wow. He feels like you're hurting. He does. He definitely feels like you miss him. He feels like you want communication. He thinks you're exhausted from this. Wow. That's what I got. What's his current thoughts towards you? Let's find out what we got. I know, right, Marsha? Like, what in the... That's presumptuous, I would say. That's presumptuous. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see what his thoughts are. Let's see how he is vibing towards you. How's the Libra vibing toward Marsha? How's the Libra vibing toward Marsha? Thank you. I really didn't want to say that, but he is full of himself. It's like he's full of shit. Boy, he's blowing himself up, isn't he, Marsha? I'm sorry. It's just like, what? All right, let's see here. How does he feel toward her? How does he feel toward her? How's this Libra seeing her? How's this Libra feeling right now? What are his current thoughts and feelings, energies toward Marsha? Let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. How does he feel toward Marsha? High Priestess, Magician, Empress. He wants you to, oh my God. Say it ain't so. He is waiting on you. He thinks you are going to chase him. He is, now let me tell you, he is very attracted to you. He finds you very attractive. He thinks you're a little bit hard on him. Oh, well, too bad. Tough titty, said the kitty. But the milk still could. I have no sympathy for him. Yeah, he feels like he wants you to come toward him. Only known him for 7 days before this. Wow. He thinks you're going to chase him. He wants you to chase him. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is a high-ass mess. He thinks you're watching his social media. He thinks that you're into him more than he's into you. Who gonna tell him about Sagittarius? Statistically, Sagittarians are the quickest to get over things, move on from things of all the zodiac signs. True story. True story. Who gonna tell him? That's what I got. That's what I got, Miss Marsha. Yes, I think that was good. I think that was a good move on your part. Because screw that. I want to know who told this guy he was all that in a bag of chips. Because that's some pompous, presumptuous BS. Right? That's what I got. That is crazy, isn't it? That is nuts. When pigs fly, I'm a Sag, not happening. Exactly. Exactly. Sagittarius just don't roll like that. Sagittarius would be like, I don't know who the hell you think you are, but you ain't. Mm-mm. Nah. Frito Lay did. They're fattening and underwhelming after the third chip. Oh my God. Leave it for the Anastasia. You're freaking funny. They're fattening and underwhelming after the third chip. Underwhelming. Underwhelming is a good word. I freaking love it. Oh my God. Underwhelming. I'm going to add that to my repertoire, Anastasia. That word is too good. Yeah. You can show him better than telling. Yeah. Because when he hears this, look, when he gets this, that silence is me not calling you, buddy. Yeah. That's funny. Lord have mercy. People be cray-cray sometimes. He's a hot mess. You know, I like Libras in general, but I've dated a couple that were a hot mess express. And I would date a Libra again because I think they're fun and funny and charming and all of that. But they can be a mess now. Not that my son is any better. That is like pot meat kettle. That's like Gemini calling Libra a hot mess express. That's kind of funny. I mean, look, I got some Libras that I know and I love. So I don't mean that. And like Lisa Duck is a Libra rising and Libra moon. They are fun to spend time with, right? I got a lot of Libras that follow me that are amazing, but like they can, at their lowest, they can be a hot mess. I don't know if it's the men or what, because I never get that with the women as friends, but the men are just, or maybe it's just a man thing. Maybe it's just men in general are turds. Nah, except for the ones that follow me, right? Like Buzz is an amazing guy. You know, like sitting on the dock of the bay is an amazing guy. Jordan is one of my mods. He's an amazing guy, right? All of my guys that are part of the Cottage family are nice. It's just the ones, you know, right? I don't know. I'm just digging this hole deeper. Let me just shut the hell up. Let me just quit while I'm ahead. Yes. Yeah, I believe that. She makes workouts bearable. You're a Libra trainer. Hilarious. Yeah, look, there's some Libras that follow me that are you see them in the chat sometimes. I imagine Anastasia, they are hilarious. All right. Goddess Anna is a Libra. Shell Bell is a Libra. I got a lot of Libras that follow me. My daughter's a Libra rising, right? And but yeah, I got quite a few Libras that follow me, and they are just hilarious, right? I can't either. I'm gonna tell you what I would do just to really seal the deal, Marcia. Leave it up. Make sure he knows you read it. Like let him get read receipts and let him see that you saw it and that you ignored it. You're a Venus Libra. Oh wow, that's bougie. That's bougie, Buzz. Buzz is bougie. That Libra Venus. I'm just kidding. But let's read for Anastasia. You've got another question, and then Buzz, you're after Anastasia. All right, Anastasia, Aries. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, let's see what's up with the Aries. Let's see what's up with the Aries. Here we go. All right, here we go. What's up with this Aries? What's going on with the Aries toward Anastasia? The Aries toward Anastasia. The Aries toward Anastasia. Give me the Aries toward Anastasia. The Aries toward Anastasia. Give me the Aries toward Anastasia. Aries toward the Aries toward Anastasia. Aries toward Anastasia. Aries, please, toward Anastasia. The Aries toward Anastasia. The Aries toward Anastasia. Okay. Seven of Pentacles, Hierophant, Sun card. Her happiness is on hold, but eventually you guys will be together. Eventually you guys will be together, and she's willing to wait. Or she's waiting, or she feels like eventually you guys will be together. She hopes. Seven of Pentacles, right? She feels like you're her person with that Hierophant and that Sun card. Why is the Two of Swords here? Hangman. She may be hoping to reach out, hoping you guys get to speak soon. All right. I do think she thought about you on your birthday. All right. And that's, yeah, I think that bothered her that you guys didn't get to speak. But at the same time, it's like she feels like things are on hold between you two because she's trying to keep down the drama or conflict, if that makes sense. She has a real funny way of showing it. Fire sign. I know, right? It's almost like, and look, I got the Emperor card, Five of Wands in reverse. It's kind of like she's trying to keep drama down or conflict down. Four of Cups in reverse. She don't want to lose you. She don't want to lose you. She may feel like she does feel like she's losing you to a third party. I got two third party cards, Three of Pentacles in the reverse, Three of Cups in the reverse. I got the Fumble card, and right beyond that, that's what's up. She thinks you're dealing with somebody else and that she may be losing you. She hopes not. She may be a little bit, is she put out? Is she? She feels off balance right now. Five of Pentacles in the reverse, Five of Swords in the reverse. I mean, I'm sorry, King of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Swords in reverse, Eight of Swords in the reverse. Why is that? Ace of Wands. I think she may have been a little bit miffed, but she's going to get over it. And I think she'll, she still loves you. I do think she's going to contact you. There's something she's got to be in her bonnet about. And I think she's got it in her mind that you're dealing with somebody else. She definitely is, she thinks you got a lot of options. Queen of Wands here. She knows you got it going on. She feels like you got options. You got a lot of people. You're popular, that sort of thing. And she may feel like you're dealing with somebody. See, that's it. She's just probably assuming. And I believe that because you're Scorpio moon. But I kind of feel like that she's got it in her mind that you're messing around with somebody else. To what degree, I don't know. But I think she's going to get over herself and reach out to you. Ace of Wands, Ten of Cups. I do. She definitely thinks that eventually you guys are going to be together, though. She definitely does. But it's like she feels like if she had reached out that you guys would have had conflict. Probably because she would have been feisty about thinking that or accusing you of being with somebody or talking about this, that, and the other. And you'd be like, hey, look, we're not together, right? But yeah, I think she thought it was just easier, which kind of sucks. But she thought about you. Make no mistake. I hope that helps you, Anastasia. I hope that helps you. You'll have to let me know. Thank you, as always. Thank you, Anastasia. Appreciate you. Appreciate your bunches. All right, Mr. Buzz. Mr. Buzz Lightyear. I'm going to tell you that time Catherine didn't talk to me for 2 days. You were right. Such a Cancer. Buzz. I'm sorry. But you know. Hello, we are not on Cancer. We are doing mini readings right now, but you are welcome to book a mini reading if you have a question. Right. It's such a Cancer. Look, I love Cancers. And Anastasia's an amazing Cancer. But, you know, Cancers, they can get a bee in their bonnet and they can pout. Cancers can pout. I've seen it. And they don't care. They don't care. They don't fucking care. It's like, stop that. I know, right? I know. Here, let me timestamp for you. All right, let's see what's up. Buzz, having a lot of bad luck for the longest. Oh no. I'm going to say I doubt it, but there are things that could feel that way, but they're not that. And we're going to see what it is. Okay, Buzz. Where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? What is the root of this bad luck? What is the root of this? What is the root of this? What is the root of this? What is at the root of this? What is at the root of this bad luck? What is at the root of this? You know, normally I don't read for this stuff, Buzz, but for you I will. What is at the root of this? 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 That told me a little bit, but let's get a little bit more. You're okay. I don't think I have that written in my stuff, but normally I just say, man, but it's all right. What's at the root of this? What's at the root of this? Okay. Three of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Three of Cups. There is, well, hey, Angelina, how are you? Buzz, let me tell you what this is. The Wheel of Fortune kind of, and the Three of Wands even speaks to this. She has manifested this. And does this mean that she's got a bad attitude or she's negative Nancy? No, 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 no. This goes deeper than that. This goes deeper than that. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is here. When we, well, thank you, Angelina. Thank you for that. So, Buzz, when we have wounds that are trying to surface, okay, it can sometimes manifest in these ways. And it can feel like the craft. It can feel like somebody is putting bad juju on us. It can feel like that. In fact, more often than not, the strongest bad luck runs come from our own subconscious, if this makes sense. All right. This is getting a little bit deep, but that was a deep question you asked, right? And I don't want you to think that I'm making light of this. Au contraire. Well, yes, but okay. I don't want you to think that I'm making light of this. And let me just speak to this, my own experience with this stuff. When wounds are trying to surface and we have that bad luck that we just cannot seem to shake the patterns, it is much worse than if someone is casting on us. It's much worse. It's much more strong. It's harder to shake. And so in no way am I saying, this is not me saying it's all in her head. I mean, it is, but it not like what I mean, not like what people usually mean when they say that. This is not one of those, oh, it's all in her head. She's just imagining things. She's not imagining. You're not imagining things, nor is she. It can feel like witchcraft, but it's much worse. It's much worse. It's a pretty strong energy to deal with. And let me just go deeper. Let me go deep for a minute. I'm going to talk some deep shit. All right. Hey, Miss Alberta, how you doing? Buzz, when things are trying to surface, the energy that is pushing that, okay, the energy that is pushing that to make it surface is Pluto energy, which is referred to by magicians as the death current. And that is remember the death card in the tarot is about transformation. The death card is about shadow work. The death card is about things coming to light. It's not about like death, like what you're thinking. It's about transformation, okay? When we talk about the death current, but it is very strong, perhaps the strongest energy that there is, the death current. Some magicians work with that energy, okay? But you have to be a badass magician to work with it. But the death current, that is her, really her higher self trying to get her attention. There are some things that are triggering that she needs to address, and I don't know what those are, okay? But it's time for her to sit down in solitude and spend time with herself and really, really get serious about shadow work, because she is at a very significant, pivotal time right now. Okay. And that's what's going on. You might say in a roundabout way, oh, she's very vulnerable right now. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, hell yes. And it in a roundabout way, it's as though her higher self is casting on her. So you would say that, but her higher self is trying to get her attention. And I will say this, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but it can be if we ignore it. It's very intense. It's very intense, and it's very important to pay attention to these things. But this is what's up. This is what's going on. And it will manifest in every kind of a way. And if she is having the kind of bad luck, and Buzz, I've been reading for you a while. You're not a random. Okay. So if you came in off the street and I didn't know you from anyone and you asked me, is somebody casting on me? I would probably take a little bit different approach, but I've read for you enough that I know you've never asked me anything like that before. Okay. For you to come to me and ask me a question like that, Buzz, tells me this must be a pretty significant run of bad luck. That's pretty noticeable. That's just unbelievable. That almost feels surreal. And like it's, from that there's something, supernatural going on. And there is, but there is something supernatural going on because it involves her subconscious, but it's not like you think. I don't believe there is a practitioner out there casting spells on her. Okay. But it will feel like that. Okay. It'll feel like holy fucking shit. And let me tell you, back at the end of, I went through something like this in 2023. And when things were trying to surface with me, and I had already been doing a lot of shadow work, okay? But I'm telling you, it was insane. It was insane. And it was me. I knew it was my battle with myself, right? I knew it was my battle with myself. And I just had to, and let me tell you, I'm going to be real with you. That was some of the darkest times in my life. Some of the darkest times in my life. But I wouldn't trade what I got from it for the world, the experience. I learned so much and gained such wisdom. Okay. And really the transformation that I experienced, and we're all, we go through transformations many, many times we're supposed to in life, right? But the level up that I experienced from that is just, amazing. But it's tough when you go through it. We level up, we rise out of the ashes. We talk about the phoenix rising out of the ashes. That is the part of that's the good part of transformation. The part we don't like to think about is what comes before we rise out of the ashes. Okay, the burning, the fire, the refining. And that is alchemy. All right. That is alchemy. That is that transformative energy, transmutation of that energy, and it purifies us. And that's what this is. And we talk about, but first you got to burn. But first there is the burning, and it hurts, and it's hard, and it sucks, and you feel like you're going to die, and it's no joke. It is no joke. So I don't want you to in any way think I'm making light of this. No, this is tough. And that's what's up. That's what's up. I believe it, and I'm seeing it. So I hope that gave you some clarity. The sad thing is there's not a quick fix for this. You can't just cast some kind of spell and get past this. You got to roll your sleeves up and do the inner work to get past this. That's the tough part. I won't go into a lot of the detail on my experience, but it was just wow. Yeah. Well, yeah, but also she's going to continue to have this bad luck until she does some work and digs deep. And I don't know if she's on a healing journey right now, but she definitely should be. Right. Now, I will also say this, Buzz. Can some magicians have the ability to cause that in other people? It's called a psychic attack. But this is not a psychic attack from another person. It's going to feel like a psychic attack, but it's not from another mage. Okay? It's not from another mage. It's just, but the effect is the same. The effect is the same. Does that make sense? So it sucks ass. In fact, the effect is probably worse when it's coming from internal driven, which is what's going on, I believe, with her. So I hope that gave you some clarity. Absolutely. I am an occultist, Buzz, and I'm not the cat's meow when it comes to the occult. There are a lot of occultists that are very experienced, much more so than myself. I love the occult and the real occult, not the dumbasses that think they're black magicians and they're not, the real occult. And there are a few that are on YouTube that I follow that are the real deal. Travis Magus is one. There's another occultist that reads cards. That is his channel is called The Wolfman Experience, and he is a pretty highly skilled and knowledgeable and wise occultist. And I like those two gentlemen a lot. And now they're the badasses. I consider myself, I know a lot and I've learned a lot, and it feels like a lot to me from where I came from. But yet when I look at the other occultists, I realize there's so much more I need to learn and, grow and stuff. But I love the occult and I love working with that energy. Well, it's not for everybody. And if, you can definitely fuck around and find out with those energies. If you're not responsible and you're not ethical with what you do, you can definitely fuck around and find out. I always say, Buzz, there's two kinds of occultists. Those who have fucked around and found out and learned and become wise, and those who have not and are going to. And I believe that to be the case. And the ones that have not yet fucked around and found out are the ones that you see walking around acting stupid and doing stupid shit. But the ones that they've realized, I gotta act in an ethical way. And if I don't, it is gonna affect me, right? They know their power and you don't trifle with them, but they're not out looking for stuff, right? They really have nothing to prove. The people that have something to prove still have ego issues and confidence issues, but the ones that have really already fucked around and found out, they've dealt with the ego. They understand that the ego is in no way, there's no place for the ego in the craft, particularly in the occult. We get dragged, and we learn real fast about that ego, right? And how it's just not helpful at all in the craft. And we become confident. There's a difference in confidence and ego. Confident is I know my power, but I also don't have to prove myself because I know, and I'm the only person that really needs to know. But if they do fuck around with me, they will find out, right? But if that makes sense, right? And, for a genuine occultist, it takes a lot for us to really act magically in that way. We just, somebody, like these trolls that come in here. I mean, I see them and I laugh and I just forget about it. Fuck that. They're not worth the candle wax. They are not worth my energy. I do not give two fucks about those people. I mean, I kind of enjoy them coming in because they're funny. but they can get disrupted. And so that's why I turned the subscribers only thing on earlier. But yeah. Hey, Taurus Earth Queen. So, Taurus Earth Queen, I did an all signs last night and I did Taurus in that reading. We're doing paid readings here tonight, mini readings. And so we're just kind of doing individual questions. If you have a question, I'm getting close to wrapping up. But if you do have a question and you want to book something before I wrap up, you can let me know. 3 readings for myself and my 2 daughters when you have the time this week. That's awesome. Angelina, are you wanting to do an in-person, a live virtual, or are you wanting to do something pre-recorded? Because if you want to do a live virtual, I don't have anything this week available, but I can do pre-recorded readings for you, for sure. But if you want to do a live virtual, I want to say I am booked maybe like 2 weeks. I may be booked like 2 weeks. I'd have to look at my website and see when my next availability is. Hold on. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you when my next availability is. July 2nd. I've got one appointment for 1 hour on, or an hour, hour and a half on July 2nd, which is a Wednesday. My next availability is the same amount of time on the 9th. And then my next availability after that is on the 18th. And I've got several available on the 18th. So I'm kind of booked. But I tell you what, Angelina, do you have my email? If you don't have my email, let me give it to you real quick. If you guys, but see, I've only got one appointment, and if you guys all want one, then we'd have to space them out. But what I may be able to do, Angelina, let me look at my schedule. Okay, here's my email. Let me put it on the chat for you. Email me, because I may, like on the 2nd of July, I may be able to, I'll look and see what kind of flexibility I have there. All right. I don't know for sure. I'd have to look at my schedule. The reason my schedule is so crazy the next couple of weeks, I mean, I am booked. I've got stuff booked, but also I've got doctor appointments that I'm going to be out of town because I got to go to Mobile for 2 different doctor appointments. And so it's a little bit crazy. And then we got the July 4th holiday coming up that Friday. I'm going to be doing stuff with my my family that day. Okay. Let me see if what I can figure out. And let me see what I can figure out, Angelina. In fact, let me just look while you're here. I can see what my schedule is for that day because I've got my calendar right here. What is my schedule for? Oh, crap. Well, I've got something Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night. Just for you. Wednesday, I have not heard back from the lady, but I really need to leave that open. Let me look at my schedule. Hang on. Let me do this. Just to email me. The one that I've got on Tuesday may go a little bit. She would go later. She may would go later. But now I also do those emergency readings that we can do a quick turnaround. But because those have a 48-hour turnaround, the regular readings are like sometimes up to a week. But if you want something in person for you and your daughters, email me and we'll talk. And I may even, if you want to do like a group discount, I may do something like that for you. You're in Aries, okay? Because if you're booking 3 with me, that deserves some sort of a break. You know what I'm saying? And we'll that's what you know what I mean? We'll talk about it. And I could just, go ahead and get y'all on the schedule if you want, Angelina. I'm at your mercy. Oh. Wednesday, I probably can do something Tuesday or Wednesday with you, but I'll double check. Now, what I might do on Wednesday, I can do you later Wednesday or like about 10 o'clock or something like that. But yeah, just give me an email. Just give me an email. But if you want to get them all, and I'll just get all of y'all on the schedule at one time. Thank you. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate you reaching out. The later, the better. Well, girl, I got you. Angelina. We can do later. If that's the case, that gives me more flexibility. Well, we'll talk. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You got my email. And my email is always below the videos too. So you found me weeks ago. Oh, well, I'm glad you found me. Angelina. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for that. I try to work with people as best I can on schedules. It's just like, oh, well, thank you for that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Truly do. So, okay, well, just email me. It may be tomorrow evening before you hear back from me, but I've got it in my head. So, and that's a scary place. My head is a scary place, but I gotta get off here because I gotta go grab a quick snack before I go to bed because I'm having fasting labs drawn in the morning. I got labs in the morning, and I'm gonna get me a quick bite to eat before I go to bed. So, what time zone are you on, Angelina? Let me know that too. Oh, okay. It's been a minute since I read for Aries. I have not done my individual signs as well as normal for a few weeks. I have been, but I've had issues but I'm getting to the doctor and getting everything squared away. So you're in Florida. So you're either on Central or Eastern. You're probably on Eastern. So you would be an hour ahead of me. St. Petersburg. I think that's Eastern time, correct? I'm in Alabama and I'm on Central time. So I'm an hour behind you. But that helps. So it's like 120 where you are, 118. Okay, I got you. Good deal. Well, thank you, Angelina, for hollering. Appreciate it. Hey, Buzz, I don't know if you're still lurking, but I hope that gave you some help on what we saw with Catherine. I hope that gave you some help. There you are. Good. The subconscious, man, that's some powerful shit. Yeah. That subconscious, man, That's the hand that rocks the cradle. I'm telling you, that's the power. That's where the power is. That subconscious mind. Woo! I'm telling you, it's something else now. Something else. Yeah, it's powerful. Carl Jung, Jung, my favorite quote. He's a pioneer in the area of psychology, particularly in dealing with the subconscious. My favorite, well, thank you, Love Bug. Thank you, Angelina. My favorite Carl Jung quote: the subconscious, by definition, the shadow self, by definition, is the subconscious. We are unaware of it, and yet it controls every single experience in our lives. Oh, yes. Me too, Anastasia. I'm fascinated with Jungian psychology and the subconscious. I read stuff about it all the time. Oh my gosh, I love it. Self-actualization, self-awareness, all that stuff, right? It's fascinating. And very, very closely tied in with the occult. Your real occultists have a pretty good understanding of the psyche and psychology. I mean, you just have to. You just get it. It just is part of it. It's just part of it. It's just, it goes hand in hand. And not many people know that Carl Jung was also an occultist. He was a mental health pioneer, but also an occultist. So yeah, that's what all my shadow work videos are. Basically, that's foundational for that stuff, if that makes sense. Oh gosh, Anastasia, you are so funny, right? It's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. So funny. But yeah, I love all that. I love all that shit. I love all that shit. I love it. But it's, I mean, delving into that stuff and doing the inner work that I've done has like been the game changer in my own life experiences, right? Really? You like Jungian psychology? It's like Jung was something else. I mean, deep, right? But yeah, it's you can only meet a person to the extent that you have met yourself, right? And you realize that every single person is just mirroring something and telling you something about yourself. That's deep. That's deep. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. There are no enemies. They're here to show us something, right? I don't believe in enemies. There are people that are annoying, but it's just because they're trying to show me something that I don't want to see, right? But you like all that psychology because of your Scorpio moon. That's eighth house stuff. And I got my moon is in my eighth house, Anastasia. So that's why I'm fascinated with all this stuff. It's why I like the occult. The occult is associated with scorpionic energy, the eighth house, psychology, the psyche, the subconscious, all that stuff is eighth house shit. which is one of the hardest houses on the wheel as far as navigating those energies. It's house associated with trauma, lots of yucky stuff too, but it's also very transformational. That Pluto energy be something else. That Tower of Death, Judgment. Woo! That ain't no joke. It ain't for the weak. It ain't for the weak. No, it ain't. Anyway, that's all I really had. I'm going to get off of here and go do some meditation. Meditation, right? I just feel like delving in. I just feel like going in. So I will talk to you guys later. I love y'all. This has been a fun one. Since I was a kid, I love learning about the mind dreams. Yes, and why people repeat pattern. You know, Anastasia, you know who you would like that's on here? You know who you would enjoy watching? Travis Mages. You need to go watch. Have you heard me talk about Travis before, Anastasia? Travis Mages? You need to follow him. He is a good occultist. And he talks about patterns and all kind of, he's just good. Travis Mages, Magus, that's his channel. And he's a Gemini like me. He's very wise. He's one of the genius Geminis, though. He's in that third decan of Gemini. He's not like me. He's in the third decan where the genius Geminis are. Me, I'm in the crazy train, the first decan. I mean, I'm still smart, but not genius level. But anyway, go follow Travis. You'll like him. I'm going to get out of here. And yes, I will definitely give our little cutie some love. You tell Des that Auntie Karen said hello. All right. I love y'all. Bye, y'all. Take care.